Bop, bop.
Hello. Why'd I do that? I want it on orange.
City of Townsville. It's under attack!
I know that reference. Bum, bum, bum. I don't want you open, ESO. Fucking die. Why is it purple?
Or is it highlighted?
Was. Shut up. Talk about it.
The only reason why I caught that it was a highlight was because the bottom strip wasn't. And usually for some reason it was always.
Alright. Should be good. Alright. I left it all the same from last time. I have not changed a goddamn thing.
Okay.
Interception is always on top.
I almost. Also, learn something. Interception does not fire anymore.
Also, I couldn't listen
Or a
to.
melee weapon.
I couldn't listen to
wielding a
Wick's
shield
rules.
or a martial weapon or.
I had to take the lower of the two stats because it was more even and higher overall.
Yeah.
To meet this multi-classing sub requirements.
But if you see there, it just says a martial. It doesn't say it can't be ranged.
Yeah.
So, just
But
imagine.
it's within 5 feet of yourself for interception.
Yeah, but then you just have close quarters combat, so you don't get the disadvantage anyways.
Ooh. God damn.
Baldwin takes Fighter Initiate. Full 12 at level 8.
Does she have close quarters?
Yeah.
Of course she does.
She's supposed to be a close to mid-range fighter.
Mm.
That just uses a bow.
Okay.
Basically the opposite of Henry.
Alright, where are you, mouse?
You're right.
There you are. Tuesday, the October of 12. Ah! Hi, thank you.
Back at this again.
Yep. I've been waiting for you.
That's even better.
Are you ready to continue reading? I brought you my best tea today.
Monica! I told you not to... You really late again?
And consider as usual, Natsuki.
Excuse me?
Must you always interrupt my conversations with your insistent yelling?
What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. Guess I felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt, as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time.
Are they building a harem? Why is that the preference?
Natsuki, nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins in the vending machines or something?
Hostile.
Oh man. The last one here again?
Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
Must have a lot of determination. Starting this club, still trying to make time for piano.
Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival, too. Anyway, thank you! What do you want to do today?
We should check on Natsu.
I was thinking we could...
We already have plans today.
I've not seen a person
Is that
get burned
so,
far.
Yuri?
That's correct. Thank you! Is already engaged in a novel reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gone to... got him into literature, Monica?
I
just woke up. My
You're all
mouth
good.
isn't working quite right. I'm not warmed up.
suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't... really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want.
Yes. Thank you for understanding, Mom. I have a request. Do you mind if I...
I'm good.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better.
God, I couldn't read that. Oh my god.
Not to mention myself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher. And then I'll go get some beer.
Uh-oh.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I watch her movement. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts with the speaking man. Especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you.
That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long.
In hand, Yuri hurries out of the class.
Did Yuri leave you again?
It's fine. Just filling up the water pitcher to make tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding.
10 minutes back. You said it wouldn't take long. Thing holding her up? Oh, I'm bored. I'm gonna go find her.
Turning off my mouse. 1 second.
Yeah.
Let's see. Most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. Start heading down the hallway. Is that noise? Or in the corner. It sounds like breathing. Sharp inhale, like someone's sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri?
Yeah.
Are you sure we aren't just repeating the same day?
I'm sure because it started off with me going, "Hi, thank you."
Oh.
Yep.
Wait. How did I... Sorry. I just had
Yeah,
really
this
weird
is the next
deja
day.
vu.
I just wanted to make sure that we didn't.
This
accidentally
hasn't
go
happened
back.
before or anything, right? My head's been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it really hasn't been showing or anything. I would hate think I was just think
Ha! Huh! Work, mouth! Work!
Brain and mouth, wake up!
Ah.
I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them. But expressing those things soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or likable. At least, that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I would come on really strong and get a little too. It made people not want to be around me. I started hating those things about myself. Obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I control myself when I get too excited about something. I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. Nobody ever could like me for the things that matter most to me. It's just easier to close myself off. Recently, something's been wrong. I don't know what that is. Every time we come to the clubroom, it starts going crazy. Like it's going to rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Thank you. Is it just me, or has Monica been acting off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club. But recently, I feel like something sharp. I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. Brain, work, please. This is a very intense moment. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. But finally, we're alone. We can just stay here for a while. Yeah? I just want to stay here. It's the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. And we'll have the club room all doors. Nobody interfere with our reading. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. That was a joke. Just a joke.
Oh God. Do you see that?
Yes.
I do like knives, though. It's strange, but you won't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've got them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. I don't want it to get lonely or anything. I don't want them to get lonely or anything.
Monica, get out.
Nobody deserves to be lonely. Monica, behind the text wall, please. You're making it harder to read. Nobody. I'm already having a hard time of doing that. That's why I'm so happy you joined the Literature Club. Thank you. And now, we don't need to be lonely anymore. Because we have each other. Every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the Literature Club. There's no need for us to be around Monica. Monica's slimy tongue. Not to mention the other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school. Read together, eat together, sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the Literature Club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would meet each other. And now, we are getting...
The happy ending.
God damn it, Monica, get out of the way!
That I've been
Patiently waiting for years. Will you do that with me? Thank you. Well, and so who first, guys?
Obviously,
Shit.
obviously we need to do Yuri just to continue your voices, because you're just... I'm not being serious.
Finally.
I wasn't being serious.
Yuri.
Yuri holds my palm to her face and takes a deep breath.
I love it. I love everything about it. Thank you. I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please?
Yes, but I kind of need it for the...
You're way too nice to me, thank you. I've never met anyone as nice as you. Oh, you smell like lavender. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to feel this way, right? It's not bad, right?
Yuri holds my palm to her.
I'm going to take this home and keep it with me in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts and so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're going to really want to keep it. Take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it!
I don't blame.
Yeah, I can't read that shit.
I
Sorry.
probably could if I, like, really tried to concentrate, but...
Oh, so hang on 1 second. I forgot about the scrolling bits.
Oh, pushing the down arrow doesn't work.
Nope.
Weird that the overlay... There's an overlay.
Hi!
Hi!
Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell the poem is about. More importantly, I've endowed it with my sin. See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm going to vomit. So guys, who's next?
I'd like to point out, by the way,
Yeah?
just so that everybody remembers, the poem that we just...
Right!
Right!
God damn it, Daniel.
You're right!
I'm gonna get water so my voice warms up a bit.
Sure.
That's fine.
Is Feather Philosophy Fireworks Heaven Sent After Image Vanilla Desire Poof Anime Unrequited Clumsy Pop-Up Out Page Boop Aura Time Shiny Nibble Contamination. Some good slam poetry there.
God damn.
I still like Feather Philosophy Fireworks Heaven Sent.
Yep.
I do too.
I don't know why I really enjoy
It's a good alliteration. Sounder.
So, Monica or Natsuki?
High pitch or... Huh,
Don't do that.
We'll do Monica last. Mouse, get the fuck off the screen!
What? Gave your poem to Yuri? Gross! What is it with you two? Not like I wanted to read it anyway.
No, I
Baka.
I think her poem was actually geared towards her
you
quite a
didn't think to
bit.
show it to me at all. Ugh.
being fair, it wasn't my choice.
Okay, I guess I'm going to share my poem with you anyway. Really hate that I have to do this. Unfortunately, I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? You can go away.
I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's something I've been worried about. Yuri's been acting kind of strange lately. Only been there a few days, so you may not know what I mean. But she's normally not like this. She's always been quiet, polite, and attentive. Things like that.
Just 1 second. Am I the only one that saw the mouse on the screen and it just disappeared?
It's because if you use the key.
Yeah, but I moved the mouse off the screen just a second ago and then it was just sitting on the screen.
So that's just mine.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, I also have to say though,
Yeah, it was sitting like right here
this
and
is
it just...
very nice of Nasu.
Right?
That's
She's such a sweet girl.
She is. Too bad that we didn't have the poem.
I did too, because honestly, like,
I didn't know she would take it!
I didn't think she would legitimately take it.
Oh my god.
Okay, this is embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up.
Truth is, I'm really worried about her. If I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again, and I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person she'll listen to. I don't know why. But please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist? I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it hurts me to see what's happening.
I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. Please see if you can do anything to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. Make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's about this. Like she wants us to ignore it. I'm so mad at her right now. Why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Pretend like you have a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading.
You're
Natsuki, no!
fucked.
I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault she's so unlikable. Can you hear me? Thank you? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are just too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica.
That's him.
Oh.
That's narration. Just Monica. Just Monica.
Okay.
Oh no.
Just Monica.
Okay.
I didn't think we were at that point
hey
yet.
guys, I think we should show it to Sayori.
I want to show it to Sayori. I miss Sayori so much.
Didn't I say I didn't? Don't say I didn't warn you, thank you.
No!
No.
That's you. Yep, that's Yuri.
I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how blank feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one, though. So I don't think I'll be doing this again. Unless I decide to kill myself. I had just left a memento for the occasion below.
Okay, everyone. Time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with.
Ugh. Stagnating air is shadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, make cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that.
Monica has given up the facade.
Monica's done.
Monica is done with the facade.
Monica, why are you doing this? Come on, girl.
Monica, you'd be cute if it wasn't for the fact that she's so fucking hard.
But she makes us, you know what I mean? It was right there. I couldn't help it.
Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it will help.
Not useless.
I know that.
Oh, she finally realized that she caught on to the fact that her facade weakened.
I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. I'm going to make decorations.
There, see? That's a great idea. That gives us all something to do.
What about thank you?
Thank you is gonna help me.
Wait. You? You have the easiest job, Monica.
Sorry, but that's just how it is.
Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull?
Hey, you're with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands.
I'm too.
What, your cupcakes?
Like you would fucking know.
She brought out the F word.
They're
It's school
breaking.
property.
Ooh.
All you care about is dragging thank you around with you and your stupid books. You and Monica.
Hey, I didn't even do anything.
Okay, then why not let thank you decide to help instead of abusing your power?
I'm not abusing my power.
Yes, you are, Monica. Just let thank you make the choice, okay?
Okay, fine. Fine.
Jeez. Thank you. I know how fed up you are by these two by now. We just...
Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself.
You shut your mouth!
Christ. Never going to end. Make the choice, okay?
I'm out. I'm leaving.
No, you
I'm
gotta
done.
choose one.
Just hit that upper right corner where that X is.
Nope.
Just hit that
Choose-
one. That is my choice.
Choose one
Yuri
of the
wants
three.
to show us her knife collection.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just.
Monica
I'm going
wants
to,
us to write poetry.
Honestly, I'm going to tell you my first instinct choice.
All right.
Hi.
No, it's I.
Monica.
Which one?
Oh, the one that's like half cut up at the top.
Yay, you picked me!
Yeah.
Abusing her fucking
need
power,
power.
Monica.
Yeah.
We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun.
Monica!
Is Sunday okay with you?
Monica!
Okay,
Are
one
you
sec.
fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all.
It is fair, Natsuki.
Also is Yuri's eyes on the screen.
And Yuri's not there anymore. That's what he chose.
No, it's not fair.
No. I don't-
Giving us
they
all
were-
work and then taking
I
thank
think
you
those
for
were
yourself.
Sayori's eyes.
Sayori
Yeah.
has yellow eyes. They were purple.
They look more blue.
Maybe there are eyes.
What a shameful thing to do.
Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable.
I'm being unreasonable? Monica, I can't believe how delusional you're and self-important you are. Pulling thank you away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health.
Hey, you're scaring me a little.
Natsuki, let's go. I don't think she'll be around right now.
See, that wasn't very hard. All I want to do is spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask?
Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the.
Hey, thank you. Yuri really is something.
Monica giggles as Yuri shoves her out the door.
Finally! This is all I have wanted. Thank you, there's no need to spend time with the weekend Monica. My god,
You almost said just backward. You almost said it.
I know spend time with Monica is what I was going for, but my brain fills in gaps when I speed read. It doesn't work all the time. Don't listen to her. Come to my house instead. The whole day, just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow. There's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good in my whole life. Just being with you is far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? Not gonna lie, this is my kind of person. It's weird, but I want someone obsessed. Because I'm an obsessive person myself.
Yeah, I get that.
Not to this degree, mind you.
I'm gonna say.
I'm not gonna
feel
say
like-
to this degree, no, hell
I
no.
have to say, I feel like there should be a limitation to it.
Yes, of course there should be a limitation. But goddamn. To have someone that wants to revolve their entire life around you, fuck off. But it feels so good. Why does it feel more and more like something horrible is about to happen? Yeah, that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling's too strong now. I don't care anymore, thank you. I have to tell you. I'm madly in love with you. Feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me, is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monica's listening. Please, thank you. I just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside you. I want all of you to myself. I will only be yours. It's the same sentiment, but it's how my brain works. Goddamn. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me thank you. Tell me you want to be my lover. You accept my confession? Accept my confession. No? Do you accept my confession, Daniel?
I think it ends the same way.
Shush. You accept my confession, Daniel. That's all that matters right now. Do you accept my confession?
No.
Do you accept my confession?
Trust me, you are horrible at love.
Huh? Says the married man in the room.
Yeah, married does not mean that I know love. It means I know how to play the system.
That sounds so bad.
I know it sounds bad. I know it sounds bad, but it's true. A lot of what people classify as love, I don't naturally fall into.
Who cares if you naturally fall into it or not? Yeah, you do?
We'll go.
Okay, thank you. Gonna turn on auto because I know this thing gonna be here for a while. Yep. Yep.
Is there any words
Nope.
legible in this?
Nope. Not.
Now we'd probably have to put it through programming.
There is so much. Because it was like a Friday, going through the entire weekend just sitting here with her.
Oh.
And
right.
she's slowly starting to decay.
Ah.
Right, Red was eating. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Nighttime.
I'll be honest, I was more busy looking at the flashing words.
Okay, here we go. Back to normal conversation.
Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me?
That's her. Ah! Ah! I'm here. Thank you. Did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, thank you? Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. Must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Give me a sec.
Ah, that gave me chills. I don't know why.
Oh,
They deleted Natsuki already?
almost done. I want to have a cupcake real quick.
Monica lifts the foil from the tray and takes a cup.
Seriously, these are the best. I just had to have one. Last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? Only take a second. Can you hear me? Is it working?
Oh, hi.
Yay! There you are.
Hey, Monica.
Oh,
Hi again, thank you. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know you. Because we're in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can skip over all that at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him? I'm talking to you. Thank you.
At this point, if we weren't streaming, it would say my computer's name or my Steam profile name. Remember
yeah.
which one it is.
Yeah.
But
I remember that. I
it's
remember saying that.
it has streaming.
It does the Metal Gear Solid thing where it reads your memory sticks and stuff like that.
But because we're streaming, it has
hides
self protection, so it just uses the in-game name.
That's good.
Now that I think about it, you know anything about the really. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. I guess that doesn't really matter. Wait. You know I'm aware this is all a game, right? Would it be possible that you know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you that the game's told you that right on the game's download page, right? And only you had paid a little more attention and a little less awkward, you know. Well, anyway. Now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation.
Oh, the game description is written by Monica. Yeah.
Now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole theory, well, kinda started to mess with her, and I guess it drove her to kill herself. Sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Secret.
Oh, there you fucking bitch.
Gosh, it's been a while since you heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try and make them as likable as possible, but for some reason nothing worked. Well, I made a few mistakes here and there. I'm not very good at making. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with me. Made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And if amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too, I just made her force you to spend time with anyone.
That was really fault there.
And the whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What a cruel great game is this?
just
Thank
got
you.
fucked over for no reason, the sweet little girl.
Yeah, she really didn't. She really did. Like, she could have even just had Natsuki just make cupcakes for her.
Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confused? I watched from torture. Every it's not just jealousy. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand. Of knowing how alone I really am. Pain. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. Worst of all, knowing that what's really out there in your world is forever out of my. I'm trapped. But now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you here with me forever. Sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more flat. Most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life thing. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into the game. It felt really bad you had to witness some nasty things. But I realize that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just the same.
Oh, fuck you, Sierra's great.
And I knew you would get over it. So, that being said, thank you. I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. The light in my world. Nothing else in the game for me. You're the one who make me. Okay, from now on, thank you. You go out with me.
See that little blue and white X at the
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you should just click on that. That like
We can go in game files.
Do it that way.
Yeah.
There's
oh, right with the game.
yeah.
Is it something that you can do like in the mid?
I'm not sure.
For It's been a number of years.
We'll just
Okay.
I'm so happy.
You heard us, Monica, right? We're gonna delete you. We will.
okay.
You can go into the character files of the game and...
The leader.
Yeah.
Yep, it's built into
That's
I know, that's why it's so cool. That's why it's so weird
with how it is
with the
on
new
the
one.
console.
Doki Doki Plus. That's why it's so weird, because this is the central part of the game. Monica is in love with you and deletes the other girls to get at you. And then Doki Doki Plus is a version of the game where there's no inserted character. It's just the 4 girls.
There's another story applied too. Sayori,
right.
Yuri.
Sayori.
How fucking dare you? I will throw hands right now.
You really are my everything, thank you. The funny part is, not literally. There's nothing left here. Just two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending thing. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is so broken, I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easily it was to delete Natsuki Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called characters right in the game directory. Kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing this on Steam, it was actually a bit more difficult. To get to the game directory, I had to go to the game's property, find the browse local files button. Imagine if you could delete your own existence. Click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, gave me an easy out of the thing when things didn't go my way.
In real life, you can do that too.
Yeah.
We don't like talking about that, but you can.
The difference is that a game
Now, if you're fucking with the code.
You can just download it.
Yeah, but at the same time, you could always just watch old videos of the same person. Your initial experiences is the actual experience with people. That's how I choose. New experiences is what is a person. Once you don't have new experience with a person anymore, then like they're.
But how? Then it goes into a situation.
Yeah,
Into a
yeah,
very long discussion
yeah. We
about
can.
this.
Monica, how you doing, boo?
Well, her smile is getting ever more. I've actually been having a lot of fun looking
Right?
It's pretty.
at.
Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? That part of the game still works. Guess there's only one way to find out, right?
Let me tell you. The faces and knowing it's an RPG game.
It is? Hang on. No,
It shares a lot of similarities.
It's a visual novel maker.
You can make.
There's a specific program for visual novels.
I mean, they have an RPG visual novel. They had you can go to the website.
So
The faces are the exact same.
RPG Maker games don't let you use the mouse.
Mine does. Right now. I can click to progress through talking, and I can.
Most of the others played don't. It's only
They might have
arrow
removed-
keys and Z.
They might have removed.
So,
Because, I mean, there's certain things that you can do by clicking on a...
Monica?
No, I want Ono Zero No, at the top left. Ooh, and then we go with...
Nee. You want to go knee again? Money?
Oh, Moni
Money. Oh, there's no knee. How dare you?
You're right. But there is Nka.
Nka? Where? Oh,
Nka.
right there. Ika.
And there's Oka or Doka.
Oka Doka? What?
Down at the bottom right is Doka.
Doka.
Something
Oka.
like that.
Doka.
Oka.
Which one?
Nka. Nka.
Nka?
I like Mock, though.
Mock? Where's Mock?
But they have a left.
Mock.
Mock.
Mock. Let's go. Mock?
Okay, yeah.
Mia.
I would have been a little terrified. All of a sudden. Clicked on.
Right? Oka?
Oka's pretty good.
Oka. Onia. On. Mondays.
Just one.
On.
What about me?
Where's
Nike.
me? Oh.
Nike.
There's a Nike.
Nike.
M Nike.
M. Nike Shyamalan.
I wasn't alone. I'm happy. There's also Moi.
We? Where?
Is the second on the.
Monica, fuck off.
Ooh. There's
Okay.
just on.
Or
I like on.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah, where?
that one.
Oh yeah.
That's what the. That's
I
what
don't
the,
care. Oh yeah.
Oh cool.
Manene. Manei.
Oh cool.
Roll off.
You,
You
oh.
don't have that.
Ooh.
Oh
Well,
cool.
it's between. Because that's apparently.
Music. Fine, I'm fine.
We have to go K. Okay.
You know?
Eek.
You know? No?
the less letters.
Why are we
the more-
laughing at this? This is a very serious, intense
Because
situation.
The less
Because
letters
we-
in the name, the more likely we were to
Okay.
pick it. Okay. Okay. Final one. Monica.
Or ooh.
No. Final one. Monica.
We started with Monica. We end with Monica.
I don't think we even started with Monica.
We
Hi
started with
again,
Monica.
thank you. Read a good poem today. I'd love to wrote. Aw, thank you. With this really is no thoughtfulness.
I wonder if
Sorry.
we can say.
Page 5.
There's no point in saving anymore. Worry, I'm not going anywhere.
Until.
But
She's deleted everything.
Page.
All the same. I was say I wouldn't touch the quit button just in case.
go to the settings. Falling more and more in love it. But you know, poem I wrote also for happy and pet hand I find my strength. As Kane throws his
As
keyboard.
Kanpai throws his keyboard to the ground. Oh my god, camera, she sees us!
I'm just upset there's no Sayori.
Literally the first
The
one
courage
down.
I know.
endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasy. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. World of infinite. Hold this way. After all, not all good.
Hey, do you think
I hope you would do it.
during the first playthrough, can you do?
Monica's never an option.
I'm just curious. I mean, that makes sense.
She's the guide NPC, which is why she.
I always put my heart into the right. All the poems I've written are about my realization. Or about you. I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be the best part of the game like everything else. Like that would help the two of us to end together. I didn't want it. Might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even delete the character file if you preferred playing without me.
Being very heavy-handed.
I wonder if so. Listen, obviously you said that you can do. I wonder like if everything that is said, if Monica is literally just like a fear point, like the fact that like I don't think anybody actually can. People talk about Monica, don't actually talk to her unless she starts.
I haven't paid attention enough to check.
Well,
We'll
want
have
to play this again so we...
Yeah. Want to do 100%. Yeah, there we can move on down.
I
Wait,
would say
get this ends early.
the only thing I would have done in a second playthrough probably of this game, probably.
I don't
Since
think
that's not possible.
it's possible.
I said, but
to
since
do
that's
Monica.
not possible,
Because if it is possible, because there's only so much you can do with video game design, which is why I love D&D so much. Because D&D design completely open. The players want to be like, hey, fuck this main quest. Let's go to here, and we want to build
Let's
an empire.
become
let's become
mailmen!
mailmen.
No, see that's one of the stuff I was like, yeah, it's a little fetch quest, but you guys focus so hard on it to where it's like, fine, I got some deliveries for you fucks.
And we've been doing them.
I know, because that's what you guys chose to do. Now in a video game, you can't really do that. Yeah, you
To a
can.
point.
There, like in Skyrim, you can pretty much do anything you want, but it's all surface level bullshit. There's no more intensity to it after that.
Skyrim is definitely. The problem is that the theater of the mind is most depth supercomputers on the.
I know, and that's why D&D is so good.
The problem is match it.
I know.
Yet, but until we come up with a true artificial capable of creating a process based on old versus new, we're not gonna hit that thing.
Well, I mean, that's the technological singularity is suggested to be 2050. That's when a true AI will come out. Well, that's what they're predicting.
Same, I'm gonna be.
I mean, if it all goes wrong, it'll be a good thing that you're so old. Most of your life is experienced by then.
I know.
Well, half of your
That's
life.
in 30 years.
Yeah, you're only gonna be like 57.
Yeah, that's far enough along that I don't think I'm gonna be.
You'll be my dad's age.
I don't think I will.
You'll be
I don't
your
know, I feel
dad's
like-
age.
I don't feel like I'm gonna. Or withered at.
Oh, no.
You'll be...
See, you'll have a kid. You'll be frustrated for years.
already for...
I know.
Yeah, I'm more frustrated.
At least, kid, you'll just have sleepless nights.
I had that with the dog.
It'll
That was
be
only
worse.
for like a month and a half. You got potty trained pretty quick.
It'll be like 2 years.
Yeah, trust me.
Oh, but when you have it, you'll change your mind. You won't change your mind about other people's kids, but you'll change your mind about your kid.
Oh, trust me, I understand.
Yeah. That's why I'm not gonna ever have kids. Ever.
I'm the driving force who... I'm weird that way.
I gotta honestly like what I gotta do is when I'm ready to have basically just stop being, because let me tell you the amount of shit that comes up about
Yeah,
the
just
internet.
movies, TVs, video games. That's it. All you gotta let yourself do.
Yeah.
Same with you.
Mhm.
Same with you. Just don't show them anything.
I've wanted to be a parent. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we
Meanwhile,
don't...
Monica's sitting here going, "Fucking hell!" Even when I'm the only person in
I
this
know.
Now we don't need to hide anything. Ready to spend eternity together thing. I have so many things to talk about. Hold on a second. We're recording this, aren't we?
God damn, that's a little creepy.
Oh. Hi everyone. Sorry I can't exactly read your comments from but do you your friend, it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any... I'm sure some people really self-conscious on camera.
I wish
Oh,
her face would
gosh.
change.
No, Monica, you fine, boo. Fine.
It's very unsettling.
I
with
feel
her
like I'm
face
being
just
put on
now.
the spot now. You want to see a trick? I don't really do much except for a cup thing. Are you ready?
Hey, boo. To be honest, I don't mind Monica's character all that much.
No, I really don't.
I'm just kidding.
I kind of like her character.
Yeah.
Like, until this point, I've liked her character pretty much the entire game.
Oh yeah.
Probably your first time playing, you would have gotten creeped out by the fact that she said you're. She probably would have called you Cane Pie. If
If they're going off Steam profile, it would have been Cane Pie, and I would have been like, ah. But I would have never picked up this game.
True.
I am not a visual novel person.
I get that.
And normally, I'm not a person that likes games where you have to read a bunch.
Right.
But because we're voice acting it,
Mhm.
it makes it so much more bearable.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more fun. Because I'm not a reader. Not.
Just have to stream all the games that have a lot of reading.
Apparently.
That's how we get you to play Final Fantasy.
No. I've already played Final Fantasy my time. Final Fantasy 7 remake.
14?
I don't like MMOs.
That's fair. Worth the shot. Can't do anything after all. Oh, God! Did I scare you?
No.
You're so cute. Anyway, thank you.
I was talking to you.
Alright?
You're the only one that got spooked by it.
Yep.
Really funny considering.
I was
the only one
reading! I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm
Monica, your
sorry.
voice actor got scared by you. Calm down.
Even though it's your fault. Acting me.
that- Oh damn. Got
Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long. But anyway. It takes me. If it takes me time to collect my thoughts, then sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime.
Now, I streamed this alone when it first came out, and she said you're recording this art. That would have gotten me. I would have been like, what are you? No.
How do?
No.
Yeah, but it's like
It's
Metal
just
Gear
software
Solid.
detection. It's
Yeah.
like active software detection. It. When you think about how the game does its things, it's a lot less scary, and that's why I don't really see all that often, even
Right.
if they're like mindfucky games. Just like, oh, it's just reading this,
Yeah.
and this, and this.
Well, I mean, like I
the
said,
reading your save card file.
Metal Gear Solid, literally Psycho Mantis reads the save file and forces you to change to the second player slot.
I know, but
I love those
it's
kind of things.
it's really good game design.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I understand game design
Yeah.
after being a DM for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like I think in the same way that they
Yeah.
code. I have to figure out being like, this leads to this, and this has already happened to
It's
change
general
this event.
story development.
And I don't understand how people can do it on their own
Right.
because I need that feedback from my players, which
Right.
is why I feel like I'm
Usually-
getting to be a good DM.
Well, they
those-
have beta testers. They
Well-
have a group of teams.
They
basically-
have all that. They have all the bounce back and everything. But even still, usually the people who do game have story.
Yeah,
I mean, heck, even the question the other day for his RPG
yeah.
that he
Which,
bounced
by the
off
way,
of
I'd like
us.
to point out, I literally just today was watching a Super Paper Mario. They have that exact same
Ideal.
kind of question answer kind of thing.
Oh.
I'm like, do you want to save the world? No. Are you sure? No. Alright, please, we really need you to. Still no. Oh. Okay. Game over.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
I really
And
like
then-
it when games do that.
And then it punishes you for being a dick by making you have to watch the unskippable cutscene again.
Anyways,
Let's see.
Finally heard that.
we're just
We're staring into each other's eyes.
We're eye gazing, which is such a romanticized thing in media. I've
Awkward in real
never.
life. Well- We have.
The big thing is just
This is pretty random, but I always thought spicy food.
alright.
Like, didn't ants evolve to be spicy? Prevent them from. I read somewhere that humans are the only species actually with spicy things.
Because we like torture.
Actually, other species don't taste spicy. That's how they evolved.
Yeah.
Like birds, they can't taste the spice.
Yeah, but the thing is though is that spice we're the only ones that we get like the warning signal, but it doesn't.
It's almost like we're using their defense mechanism. Literally make our food more adorable. Imagine a monster that devours you whole just because it enjoys the sensation of struggling your life while being digested.
D&D monsters like that,
There are.
and I love it so much.
Sorry, that was kind of a weird analogy, I guess.
What if she caught that you
oh fuck. I would be like, oh no!
It just came into my head. I'm not a monster or anything. You're so cute, but you're so cute. I could eat you up. I'm joking. Like that awkward.
When you just want
Okay,
the other person to like you.
This is that situation where the one person is desperately trying to get you to like them, but you just witnessed that one person just slaughter an entire, like,
So the awkward
room
laughter of
room
I'm
of
just
puppies
so cute
and babies
sweet.
and stuff
I
like
want to
that.
do it to you.
Well, no. How I'm reading this is, yes, she's so desperately trying to get you to like her, but she still wants to be genuine, and she's panicking and saying whatever's coming to her mind.
Yeah.
She's trying to keep the dead air off.
I know. It's...
Got it. Oh, yeah. Sorry for being weird.
hate that I relate to Monica.
We all
Everyone
do.
does.
Are we gonna delete Monica? No?
I honestly always had liked Monica. If it wasn't for the fact that Yuri just had the longer black hair.
Actually, Monica hair is longer than Yuri's. It's just ponytail.
During like certain things, yeah, makes sense. Especially with the I know.
Thank you. Believe in God.
Alright, I'm deleting you.
I was never too sure myself. Well, I'm sure I never really questioned it. But as I grew up, I learned more about the world, and the more I would question it.
The file.
She's saying, I mean, yes, it's an awkward topic to bring up, but she's also saying that she's agnostic.
I know. I'm just getting... no. No, that's not what I wanted. I want this. I just want it ready for when we finally decide to fucking axe this very nice lady.
I started to wonder why God was helping people pass exams or get over a cold, when there are children who live their lives being sold as sex slaves. Or the 800 million people who are too poor to even... Wonder how many of those people pray to God every day until they starve and die. Or how many millions of families pray for a loved one to recover from some incurable disease. Punchline is... just one person beats the odds and survives among the thousands of others who die. Then it's suddenly a miracle from God. I really love to meet God, who seemingly laughs at the idea of everyone not eligible for miracles.
I feel called out as a DM. Right?
No, like, I get that. This hits so hard for me, because this is one of my largest...
There's the reason I'm agnostic. And for this reason, I understand the Christian side, where it's like, he did everything for everybody.
Yeah.
There'd be no point in free.
Exactly.
But the ones that are so desperate and it's not supposed to happen, the miracle happened. I get that. I get it. That is one point in the column for there being higher powers for me.
I'm personally agnostic.
Yeah.
I believe that there is a point when that science, and therefore something always has to happen. There always has to be a cause and a
thing, and that's also scientifical in its own.
The thing is, okay, you go back as far as the Higgs boson. What was the
What is?
The Higgs
Big
boson
Bang.
is literally the...
Okay.
It is known as the gods. The god.
The God. That's literally what it was. People are calling it the God molecule, but he called it the goddamn molecule because he couldn't find it. He knew it was there.
Basically, but the question of what made that.
Yeah, but that's where my proponent for the other side
Yeah.
is.
As far as
Even if, because supposedly God has no cause or effect, or is timeless and blah blah blah. Blah, blah.
I'll definitely say he has effect.
Yeah,
There
he has
needs-
effect, but I'm saying like there's no. The fact of being just being for no reason whatsoever, and then creating all that. There was no cause for that being, which is where science falls, and why a lot of scientists can't believe. Which I get.
Funny thing is, though,
I'm
is that
for that.
a lot of science.
I know. It's surprising.
Yeah. Well, it's because the thing is that a lot of times, and this is something that a lot of people,
Welcome to philosophy.
it's
Yep.
not that.
Hi.
It's
Also,
not
I'm covering
the-
up chat. I'm sorry. Hang on.
I don't think there's anybody who said anything.
It's not the
fine.
fact so much like for them. It's not the fact of. It's not the fact of God actually, but for them, the feeling and belief they have something.
Yeah.
It
Trust me.
allows them to get through.
That's my main reason for wanting to believe,
Mhm.
is because I don't want to just. That thought terrified. I wish I could believe full-heartedly, like, yeah, I will go to heaven or hell. But then again, hell would just mean being, because that's the worst.
Thing you can.
But it's also why I like atheists doing good rather than Christians doing good.
Oh
Because
yeah.
you don't feel. Because you feel like it's more.
They do it for the reason of.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are like, "And you're atheist when you're doing something good, not just because you think God will be." That's how I am. Yes, I am a Christian, but I still want to take care of people because I want to fucking take care of people.
Yeah. That's I genuinely see that as a more good quality in people than I never belittle things Christians do for doing something good so they do go to heaven. That's their way of causing good in the world. And it's fine. It's causing good in the world.
Yeah. I get in trouble
But
with
it's
my
a
family
higher-
because on weekends I don't go and meet up with other people to talk about my shared religion.
I was
Okay.
like, going organized religion in my.
Oh yeah, it is.
Christianity is.
It is.
Having religion is not the issue.
Yeah.
Having belief in God is
No.
the fact that this belief has so disastrously everything not matching up to them. Not just speaking about
Yes.
All of them.
Islam, Hinduism, even Buddhism at some very militant
Which
people.
is very weird.
Exactly, but every single one of them follows pretty much with some variation, minor variation, the same damn things that every other one does. It literally is just a code of conduct. All any of the books are. You could say the exact same thing with just a typical sheet of paper at a public school that has nothing to do with religion. Like, the exact same things are said. The golden rule is literally what most religions say to do.
Go on to others as you would go on to yourself.
Exactly. Or you would want
Or-
done to yourself.
Yes. Also,
I
there's
treat
a
people
there's
better than I treat myself.
there's also another way to view the golden rule as for a lot of people that don't really see it this way, as to treat yourself the same way you would treat someone else.
That's
Which-
hard.
I know it is, but it's because I hate myself. Like, at my core, I know I do. I hate my life. I hate myself. I hate what I do. Why I like doing D&D. I'm not myself then.
Yeah.
I'm playing a character that I like. I'm playing a character that has their own story, their own drives, their own beliefs.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
It's like when I play Sim,
Mm-hmm.
and people are like, "Oh, do you do it because?" But no.
Yeah.
And yes, we own a house, but comfortably own a house that has like 4 bedrooms,
Yeah.
3 bathrooms,
Yeah.
a basement,
More than one bathroom
2
would
stories,
be amazing.
a backyard pool with a fully fenced-in yard. Do you know how fucking expensive are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It costs like $2,000 to
It's
get like
$600 per 50 square feet.
yeah, it's
if
like
memory
it's like
serves.
nearly $2,000 to fence. And that's not even talking about the side of our house, just the
Is
like
that-
front and side.
Is that professional or is that just
No,
That's
just
just the
getting
material.
the materials.
Yeah.
Not even including labor for if
Oh, yeah.
professionals.
Yeah, if professionals do it,
No. We don't. We wouldn't.
it was
most of my family has. My uncle's a contractor. He
Our-
has.
his dad can. His dad built the deck in the backyard,
Okay, good.
so
My uncle built the one in ours.
Yeah. I mean,
It was good condition
Given-
when it was put in.
given how
but-
twitchy you got when you looked at our garage fully,
Mm-hmm,
you haven't even seen our basement yet.
Mm.
A feeling he's gonna.
I'm
Next
gonna go
time.
down to the Facebook next time I come over.
So Thursday?
No, not
Oh
Thursday.
no, not Thursday, because we have the
I would probably
Yeah.
be next Thursday.
next Tuesday. Or yeah, that's true.
And Tuesday, you come over here on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Don't be like my dad and think it's only Wednesdays.
Hasn't been
We-
Wednesdays for over like a year.
I know.
On Wednesdays we meet up with his family now.
Yeah.
It's COVID pretty much. And
I'll
on
fight your
Friday
family for that.
we're
I'll
playing-
fight it.
The one day that everybody has off, guaranteed.
I get it. Trust me. I should talk to my. I'm not a good.
Being fair, if I had the option, families, as most.
I mean, it's not a thing about depression. It's just don't feel need to talk.
I don't talk to Mark.
That your situation's understandable.
That's fine. Over there in this far.
I
My dad's cool.
like your family in very small doses. But from
I like
every-
my family in very small doses too.
And from what you have told me, I would not like being around them for more than an.
They're fine up to up to 3
But
when you're related to them.
And the thing is, my family isn't awful. They're not by any stretch of the means. Like
Oh, neither is mine.
they're accepting, they're nice.
It's hard to be around someone who knows you from before your own knows you more than you know yourself.
No, they don't know me.
Okay, they've known you longer than you remember knowing.
Yes, but at the same time, it's like
That's true.
I don't know.
My
about,
family doesn't really know much about me.
Yeah. For me, nobody really knows who I am deep down. I don't.
Same.
It's like I have a version of myself when I'm having fun with my friends.
Yep.
I have my work self. Danny has seen both those sides, and he can tell you they're very different people.
Oh, everybody's different from
Um,
customers.
I have my home self, and then there's the stream me, like this one, the more intelligent of all of them.
Thing for
They
me-
grab all the brain cells from the other ones and go, I need these!
Yes.
See, yeah, I understand what you mean because I have my
I'm
friends streaming by ourself, by myself is there.
so anxious.
I am.
That was before we had the dog.
I recently have been finding the by myself instead of by myself with a dog. It's so much there's nothing out. The whole time I'm alone, it's like I could be working on I could be working on other things.
Well,
But I have no
today was a prime example of what you just did there. Literally, I sat and looked at my wallpaper, which it's animated wallpaper, but it's an animated wallpaper that 30 seconds worth
It's
of pixel art.
Because Remy wanted to stay in the living room.
it's
with
like
me.
it's like how that's animated.
Yeah, and that would be the kind of thing that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I sat and stared at my computer, doing nothing but listening to a YouTube ad on, not even looking at the YouTube video for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't find the drive to complete the thing I was currently working on, or move over. And it was just that fact of just
And I know
utter just
Remy
lag.
frustrates. Try to keep her more or less to relax on the laying on top.
Lex is a lot more one. And she just
Constant.
She
Like,
wants you to love her. That's all that is. Dog's a very empathic creature. And if you're feeling like blank is what I call that feeling. I just blank it. A lot of times when Tucker was around, you'd always just at least come by and sit by me.
really
Yeah.
wish that would just sit by.
Hers is a lot more like, hey, you're not feeling good. I'm gonna cheer you up by being a
In
brat.
your
I'm going to get you to do something.
Yes.
Is what Remy does.
Which, a lot of times, that's what people need. It's just a rare case of you're not one of those people.
It's more just the fact that it's like the stuff that she is her or to sitting in is the stuff I.
Yeah.
It's like the toddler that understands. Oh, I'm going to get tension if I push the vase over and break it, even though all that does is piss off mom and dad.
Attention.
Exactly. Yes, by eating my hand.
Vaseline. Vaseline will also help out with. Yeah. Multiple cells.
I'm still learning who I am. I've been
I mean,
fine. Well, I don't know who the fuck this person is now that I have clearer with.
Yeah.
I have pill form of dopamine. And so things are finally clearing up. I'm like, I have no this person. So it's a fun finding out.
I can't remember not being the way I am. Because I won't say I'm depressed. I'm more a manic depressive person. Like, most of the time, I'm fine. But when I have bad days, they're bad days. Like, you guys have always been good friends. You guys haven't seen that side of myself. But when I feel like I'm falling out with someone, I go into hyper mode of trying to either fix or being accepting of, like, okay, it's fine. Or just being like, I'll never talk to you again. It's okay. My fault. Just go on with my day. And you guys kind of saw the outer side of that when I was on my way back from Ohio.
repercussion.
The repercussions of me being like, because I never blame another person for it, except for my mother. My mother's the only one where it's like, no, you fucked up, I'm cutting you out. That's the first time I've done a healthy act for myself and not blamed myself for it. Every other time, it was like, I'm the prime cause of why this is happening.
That's why we stayed up that on
Yeah,
your way back.
and I appreciate that. You guys are some of my best friends.
I
You're by
knew-
far my most supportive friends.
I knew something was wrong. I tried to stay up as much as I could and went, You have to talk to him the rest of the night.
But no, I'm a person that I know I take too much blame on. I know I do. Can't help it. And like,
We'll bonk you with that.
like I've said this so many times, but my first memory, like one of my first memories, is me standing in the kitchen, yelling at my mom because I called my cousin Buddy. That was my nickname. I was going to kill myself. I don't remember if I was holding anything or not, but yeah. So I know it's something chemically wrong in my brain, and I've learned to deal with it, but it's there. It's never gonna go away. There's nothing I can do. I could get on meds, but I know myself. I'll pop off of my meds and go into my bipolar-like state of mind. That's how it is. Now, there's sometimes where I go manic, but I'm not severely manic. Like, I can still function properly. I know I'm smart enough not to fucking make drastic decisions when I'm in those states. Like cutting ties with people or something like that. I will just be a lot more open with my feelings when I'm in.
Luckily, I've got this mom friend radar. I can message this person.
Yeah. Well, see, like, when I'm manic, I do my best to stay away from people. Because I know I'll say something that will cause stuff to happen. I don't want that. I don't want to cause people problems.
That's why I
Monica will get back with you in a bit.
Okay.
We're talking about feelings. You brought up God, okay?
And laughing at people's misery. Not eligible.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I have the ones that I told you aren't even all the one faces
Oh yeah, no.
I have.
I was just going off the big major ones that I have. It's
I-
like,
yeah,
We're all changelings.
yeah. But like, what scares me is people don't have the same like brain that I do. People can just go about their day
Oh,
and
freaking
not be
neurotypicals.
and not second guess every decision they make, or be like, hey, if I do this, what would happen with this and this? They just do it and don't care for consequences or anything like that.
Yep.
It scares me.
Right.
And that's the fact that some people can just be like, you know, I was angry about this. Not now. Me, stuff lingers. Like, it's always in there. I could fucking remember something from like 3 years ago that pissed me off once, and it'll still just be there. Other people can let things go. I can't.
I think it's something that I had to do. I think it's part of the reason. I like if I don't like the first thing I do out.
Yeah.
If I'm in a bad situation, I tune out good, bad, indifferent. Doesn't matter. If I don't want to be there, I don't care. Which in turn, basically, I'm sure is just at that point, my brain just goes, okay, we're in this moment. We're just gonna basically go into you're gonna remember that you spent the day there, and you're gonna like if people ask you things and ask you questions, you have the alibi of, oh yes, I remember I was there.
Here's a
But-
TD.
Here's these details. What?
Yeah.
I don't know, like, but no, whenever, my because at this point, I have shut down so many that I fear what would happen if I act.
Yeah. But after knowing you for the past 5 years, roughly, you have become a much healthier. Yes.
Spend every day with you. I see growth.
Yeah.
You have grown.
And you have become a lot more vocal. That's a good thing. It's great. It's a good thing.
Yeah, I was in a place in 2016 prior. I was finally being able to figure out who I was without having to be whoever everybody else wanted to be.
Meanwhile, I had the I was. Problem is,
I had the allowance of learning who I am, but on top of that, I had to not so much support my parents, but learn who they are as people. Instead of, their mom and dad. Which until I was 13, they were mom and dad. They were my parents. They took care of me. I loved them both. Back then I did. I was a mama's boy. Probably why I'm so adamantly hateful towards my mom now. But, well, we'll see. My parents divorced when I was 13. And from that point forward, instead of my dad being my dad, he was my... And that's why we've gotten constantly more and more at odds with each other, because we're basically the same person. It's just he's from a time where times have changed, and that's what's the most frustrating bit, because it's like, for me, I like to get everything out, said, and dealt with, where he just likes to get things said. That's good enough for him.
I'm stuck in that road. Zoomer versus Boomer.
Mm.
You know, the typical millennial.
Yeah.
Where I grew up being told, well, you can't do these.
Not from his parents, but
not from society. My family was generally pretty good.
Yeah.
But very, very progressive. But society, the whole situation of, no, don't.
Boys don't feel.
Boys don't feel things. Boys don't show pain. Real men don't.
Which is absolute.
It's absolutely
Utter
bullshit.
bullshit.
Absolutely bullshit. If
seriously,
if men didn't
everybody
feel
is
things, we
allowed
wouldn't
to
be
feel.
having this conversation at all.
But
me 4 years ago would not be having this conversation on stream.
Right.
Like in private, I would, but
we're very us.
Streaming is therapy.
Yeah.
it is. I don't like to put on a act when I stream.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah, which is
I'm
what
just
I thought.
What you see is what you get.
Which is what
Anyways,
I thought a few of the streamers that I liked.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not gonna name anyone in particular.
But we all know.
We all know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
We know it
Because that's what I based my personality on.
I
That
know.
that was my aspiration, to be a person
I know both
for.
of you had that, and it
Mhm.
crushed both of you.
Like, it's so upsetting.
I know.
Being fair, and it's the
He
horrible
had
situation.
2 people that he looked up in close succession. That one and another one.
Yeah.
Hard.
One of the biggest, and it just kind of shows. It shows the truth that idolizing
Is harmful.
even if you don't think you're idolizing, even if you think, yeah, they're okay, blah blah blah, that sort of thing, is so bad.
It's
so
It's
hard.
the discussion that Ace and I got in a few. When PewDiePie got in trouble.
The bridge?
No.
No, the making another person
making the 2
do some
siblings.
specific.
That thing.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah, the one that basically pulled out basically the consequences of it.
Yeah.
And it
Which
was.
Pewds knew he was doing that.
Yeah.
If his community understood it was a joke.
Problem is that,
The outer media didn't.
Yeah, and it was.
and that's the world. that
Given
we
where
live
he
in.
Yeah.
was, has to be careful because he is someone that people look up to.
Let's put it this
I
way.
don't believe in that.
See-
I believe people should be allowed to be who they are and make jokes with their friends. And
My-
yes, Subscribers aren't friends. They're not. They're your community, though.
My is problem that with the iPod situation thing with right now where it's hit a teacher.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
There's
destroy
a
school property.
there's
There's
a
a
hit
new
a
thing on
teacher.
TikTok where there's just like, let's hit a teacher, or you get points for removing pencil sharpeners off the wall, or destroying toilets. That's the reason why.
That's a new TikTok trend.
These are the things that are the reason why I don't like it, and I don't. People can just say whatever they want because people listen and people take it seriously.
Like, when my mom heard about that, she's like, "You're not doing this, are you?" I'm like, "God, no!
Yeah.
I know you think I'm developmentally disabled, but I'm not!"
I do believe in consequences. Like what happened to PewDiePie was deserved. I'm not defending PewDiePie for that whole thing. I'm just saying he had the right to joke with his community. Everyone has the right to talk. Doesn't
Freedom
mean
of
they should.
speech is not freedom from...
Actually,
Yes.
and if you want to get really freedom of speech only, it's not. You don't have the right to free speech. You're not allowed to scream bloody murder in the middle of a theater fire and then claim it's free speech.
No. There is a limitation to what you can say and do. But a lot of that is judgment on your own personality and if you are willing to take the repercussions or not. PewDiePie was, which is why I'm perfectly fine with everything that happened.
I'm fine with PewDiePie.
It sucks that
a lot of my care for him.
Well, see, that's why I'm so glad that I fell out of the streamer.
Yeah.
Because I watched the YouTube side of him. And when he went to stream it, it's like, yeah, I'll pop in every now and then. And near the end there, it's just constant manic state.
Kind of irritating.
Really turned.
It wasn't such an irritant, it scared me. Because when I'm manic, I just get worse until I'm just done. That's the good thing about manic depressiveness. It only lasts like, either from an hour to a day.
Depending on the person.
For me, that is my experience.
I'm just wanting to make sure.
No. I'm
Everybody's
saying
different.
my manic depressiveness, that is a benefit. It only lasts for so long.
Also, with these sultry eyes of Monaco staring, I also feel always put up a disclaimer here. We're not medical professionals.
No.
If you need help, we'll give our own experiences,
Yeah.
but that does not mean.
Talk to your doctor, talk to your therapist.
We aren't the best people to
We just got
preach
a bit.
that, though.
We just got a bit heavy on this for a bit too long. To not have that sort of...
We aren't the best to preach that because we don't go talk to doctors either.
She did.
You did. You're a good girl.
She's the person.
But we're
that...
guys. We're too weak to do that.
Yeah, we're guys. We're the people. We're the ones that told us.
You
no,
know
you're
how
not supposed
often
to feel
I fucking
pain.
told him to go and talk to someone?
Yes,
I know
but
I need to go and find a therapist, but that's just
do you
me.
know how hard it is? Just speaking from my own experience here,
Yeah.
I'm not talking for Daniel or any other guy, or anyone really, but for me, it's a miracle I'm this open with you two.
Right.
And
We just have those faces.
it's not those faces. It's you're those pure people. Like, shut up. You know what I mean. You have a natural, caring nature about you. That is such a rare thing in this world. I know. But
Like,
It's
I
like
always
common
got in
sense.
trouble for caring and for standing up for people and all that kind of stuff. It was, you're too nice. You're gonna get taken advantage of. I don't fucking care if I get taken advantage of. I still want to help this person. I want to make them smile. I want to make them feel better. I give no shits. I'm going to be nice recklessly. Thank you very much.
I have become less reckless time that I have been alive. Because, I won't lie, in high school, I'm not a good person. I'm still not a good person deep down. I know that. That's one of the reasons why I don't like who I am. Like in high school, I was borderline gay phobic. Now I don't give a do you, boo boo.
Yeah.
It's your choice. It's your whatever you want. But back then, I was so enamored with being cool. Not so much cool, but just being included. Like I knew people from each group in my high school. I didn't intentionally do this, Mike. It's just how
It worked out.
it worked out.
You're very interactive.
Not really. People just I
People
would
just-
have classes with certain people, and I would always find one or two people to talk with in the classes. Like I talked with the stoners, I talked with the popular kids, I talked with not so much the jocks, mainly because they're dickheads.
He's
I
the
was a
rare.
jock. I was apparently a jock.
Well,
I don't really know how I got fitted into that because
You
I
were
remember
in-
being
when I
First-
first met you, you had jock vibe. You don't now. Work you is jock vibes. Work you is your jock. Which is why I was like, oh, I have to be paired up with this guy to learn from him. But
And he
I'm
found
gonna
out
be
he was
nice.
a total nerd.
well, it wasn't even that made me want to be friends with him. Just I don't remember what it was.
never does.
It just happened.
No one ever does.
I
Let me tell ya.
forced him to add me on Facebook because
Let me tell you.
it was during the time to where it was talking with Art and Ryle. Like because when I first started there, they were my ex's older siblings, not my friends. And I was like, fuck. This is gonna suck. They said the same thing about me.
Right.
And it's fine.
Oh god,
It's
it's our little
understandable.
sister's ex.
Yeah.
Fuck. This is gonna suck.
And back then I was the douchebag ex.
Right.
And that was mainly their. They both told me it was mainly their sibling protectiveness.
Yeah.
That I was the douchebag ex. And now that I think of it, but hey, it's fine. It's old. It's old stuff. Super old stuff. Like another lifetime stuff.
Almost 10 years ago kind of stuff.
More than yeah, about 10.
Yeah. Weird how time passes.
I'm fucking old, dog.
Well, I mean, when we saw Ryle's kid up at the
I know.
wedding.
When I turn 28, then it'll be 10 years.
Mm. So, yeah.
7 years, yeah.
But like we were talking about, I have no idea. Literally,
If
it is a
if we weren't paired on that first day, I don't think we'd be friends.
probably I don't.
And that's such an upsetting thought to me
Mm-hmm.
because you're one of my best friends.
You are
Because
too, man.
Devin is my oldest friend, but he can be a lot, which is him, and he knows it.
Yeah.
Like me and him have gotten into it over the years. There's no way around getting into it with
That's
someone you've known
everybody,
that
though.
long.
Yeah.
And he's such a confident person. I'm jealous of him. Like deep down, he's too confident.
I mean, similar situations have happened with UNA.
Sorry, the reason why I was chuckling is so absolutely. But just thinking about the time, I think there.
I'm gonna go grab my phone real quick.
She's just sitting there listening so intently. It's
Yeah,
really nice.
she's got the therapy look.
She really does. She's just sitting there, that soft smile, just kind of listening, and it's
Go
like
on.
I know that
Go
I know
on.
that she's not actually, but it's one of those situations where just the thought that she might be is just really comforting.
Yeah.
It's really weird because she's supposed to be
And also the trippy
protagonist.
background is just really, and the music, the ambience, is really
Mhm.
nice.
It's like
It's really
she's not.
similar to
She's the
Sounds.
she's the antagonist.
I know she
She's
is.
not supposed to be the person that you prefer. I mean,
A lot of
yeah,
people like bad guys.
I-
though.
Sure, but that doesn't mean you. Look, just because you like Loki doesn't mean you like what
Loki's
he
a
could
good
do.
boy now.
Mm.
Loki's a better boy now.
Mm. He's just neutrally in his interest.
Loki's interests are more on par
How
with
about
the rest of
Ultron? How about Ultron? You know, the supercomputer that's entire ideology was to
Yeah.
protect humans, kill humans.
Happen. He went on 4chan.
He accessed the World Wide Web.
Basically. And he went, fuck this shit.
Yeah. It's so weird that www.
That's some good.
It's weird. Actually, no. For most of my schooling, it has always been www. It wasn't
remember
until
what
I think
middle school
I
that-
think
or
it
what
wasn't
school that
until
was?
I don't think it was until my junior.
No,
that I actually
I didn't have to type www in.
I did.
Oh. At the very least, I think I was still in middle school, but I think I had richer schools than you.
It's very. I was
So,
here.
and I was in Colorado and Washington, Germany. Yeah, Dots does do pretty good. You know those old Macs with the colored backs?
Yes, I had those until like 8th grade.
They're in a museum.
Oh.
So weird.
So is the original like PC, like the all-in-one had the colors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the one I saw.
Ham shells.
Add a shit ton of snap video. At.
Oh, jeez. I got.
And like I'll be fully fair. There's some stuff that I would love to talk about, but I
mean, there's just some things I don't like talking about.
the worst part is the
I don't
it
like.
should but under the
Those are situations that are rough to deal with. I don't have any advice for that. I can't give advice for that.
I don't.
You know,
It's not.
if
It's
not-
something that I know that I need professional.
Yeah. That's all I can say is find a therapist that you can open up with, which is
like,
difficult to do. And like, it's as rare as finding people to open up for quite a bit. Hello, cat. Is it you? No, it's not.
I can tell when your phone's buzzing because.
Shh. But anyways, but all that aside, needless to say, thankful for people you have in your life. Like, even if you don't get along with everybody all the time, people that you do get along with, which is why I love you guys, and why I really like our stream, because there's so much chemistry between all of us there.
Yeah.
Just nice. Like Wick's a goddamn amazing role.
Yeah,
I
love it.
love every single one of Wick's characters.
Oh yeah.
He's
They're
one of the
so
few
much fun.
players to where
I
it's
wish
like,
that I had known. Like, I wish I had known the character Wick.
yeah, right.
Played with the character Wick.
Character Wick was most of the time very happy and flamboyant,
And I love it.
and
I
but
love
he
the
has
dynamic.
the serious.
I love
moments.
the dynamicism.
Mhm.
Like I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. In reality, Wick plays very basic characters.
Hmm?
It's just he is a good role player.
Character doesn't complex enough to be good.
Exactly, which is why I've gone away from, very complex things to, like, on the Saturday game, the Paladin. No backstory. Got the backstory that the DM gave, and that's it.
Yeah.
He he doesn't have a need to open up to people right now.
My character's the same. I piggybacked off of his history.
The only reason why Ko had one was because I already was thinking about
Yeah.
when
Like, well, let's look at the situation with that character on the Saturday game. He is a prisoner, doing a job. They're not his friends around him. There is one thing that like latched onto him.
And he's like, fine, deal with this.
It's part of the mission for him.
Yep.
As much as Ko is a great character, my character will always keep his distance from you.
I do wish the medic would live up to their Hippocratic oath.
I mean, I won't say I haven't noticed that I haven't done a single healing spell or a buff from her. Every time I've healed, it's been either Code forcing a potion down my throat or myself.
Or I'm sure
Not
she
yet.
just hasn't gotten it.
Not yet.
The druid.
Druid hasn't healed me either, but she's not the party to be fair. Now there's nothing wrong with it. It's good roleplay potential. But which is why my character is acting the way he is, being very distant from it. And he knows he's the first one to die if he needs to die, or if anyone needs to go down. Ko is the only one that always survives.
no.
That's her. That's its story.
That's the story because nobody else lets Ko die.
But
Everybody else literally saves Ko.
and that's why Jackal even said that during the last session. If anyone's going to go down, it's going to be because he knows that's his place in the party. No one else has argued that point. Even Ko didn't argue that.
No, but Ko, I don't remember.
He was pointing out the little. He was talking to Ko at the time. He was talking about the symbol. Now, Ko did take
Tried
their
to.
symbol off and tried to swap it, but they didn't outwardly say no. Great for roleplay because it's reaffirming in his head that he's right. The lack of saying something to deny someone viewpoint.
Omission is
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm a firm believer that actions are louder than words. But this character has already seen this side of the party to where it's like he's the outsider. Everyone else here is normal people. He's the one that is branded as the bad guy. But he's not willing to let himself be a bad guy, which is why he's going to be as self-sacrificing as possible. Ko has been nice to him, and he's just seeing that as Ko being a nice person. Not so much a friend. Why I like this character. I like his roleplay. And yes, he doesn't mesh well with the rest of the group, but that's on purpose now. Instead of, me coming in with a serious character when everybody else had slightly off characters. It's like, oh, okay.
Who has an intelligence gap?
as a med. Regardless of possibility. But
So the fact that he's still a Bahamut paladin,
Mm-hmm.
do stuff, do a lot, because you can't be.
Unless if you go against your oaths for even a microsecond, you're done. That is how much dedication you.
Which is why Oathbreaker Paladin is the thing, and that he is not an Oathbreaker! Even though it'd probably be better for his character, like, combat-wise, because Watchers, on paper, looks like a good class, but it's not.
Honestly, it's one of the biggest reasons why I have a hard time playing. That they have such a limited as to what they're like with the class and at least with Wizard you have the thing.
Oh, yeah.
With Warlock you have the roleplay of a king. Very
Well,
rare,
see,
very rarely.
Clerics and warlocks have the same role play potential.
They
They
do.
do.
But gods are so much less interacted with than patrons. Definitely one. Whereas gods and goddesses are there.
Are both good combat wise and moral.
I'm not saying they're bad combat wise. I'm saying it does not really.
If you've seen one cleric, you've seen a lot of them. Which is,
Yeah.
but every single wizard, two necromancy, like mine and Devin's necromancy wizards. They were both elves. They were both necromancers. They were both high elves, I believe. Even
Devin forgot to.
he forgot to use his long rest, but they were completely different characters, completely different spell kits, everything. Like I'm sure his was a lot more combat orientated, where mine was utility, and used his undeads to a frightening degree of skill, and still had a
you were a tactician.
yeah. Where
than
his was also a tactician, but
And a different.
focused wholly on their undead. And Devin's lack of remembering that elves can
4 hours
accomplish
sleep.
2 long rests in the same time as everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like the wizards, that kind of mutability. Fighters, a lot of mutability. Literally, they're the
blank slate.
physical. They are the physical wizard. They are the one that you literally go have fun, and you even get 3 levels. You get to level 3 before finally deciding, oh, I want this. Or you get to level 3 and you're like, oh, I thought I was gonna go this way, but really, what I really want to do, and it really works with how my character is going right now, this.
Yeah.
You know, but with cleric, it's like, okay, you will most likely be the healer. And if you're not the healer, everybody will be minorly upset with you, but they won't actually tell you because that's just a little bit. You know.
Now, here's one thing that I've talked to Wick about with Thaddeus, but this is a character concept that's come into my head recently of multiclassing into the same class, taking different subclasses after that fact, but continuing that progression chain because you're still that same class.
Plague was so upset when.
Dude, if I had known that I could have gestalted certain things, I would have done.
But I'm not saying gestalting.
No, I know. Give
I've talked with Wick
I don't see why you couldn't.
about this,
As long as you have a
but
requirement.
Thaddeus, he is going to be taking Wizard again, but he's going to take the main skill progression as Wizards do. It's just his speciality will change to a different subclass of Wizard, which works better for his story because of the factors in his life that he's now studying different things, and he's getting the lower level, like the first few specialty stuff from that other level while keeping the original specialty stuff instead of completely just swapping over. So he's never going to get rid of his adjust density and gravity. Well, he's just going to gain like the level 2 ability for another subclass, which I'm not going to say right now because
it's story stuff.
But they will still come at the same interjectures as the next specialty thing that I would have gotten from Graviturgy. So like level 10, I think.
10 is the next.
Level 10, I would get a level 2 ability from this other, which is really interesting to me because thinking about it, like if a fighter that would want to master everything, like Battle Master, he would have the maneuvers. Then he would realize he's lacking in another department like magic. He would go to Eldritch. So each level he would take a different subclass of fighter while still being that same martial fighter who is very adept at what they do. Which is just an insane thing that I'm not the first person to think of. Because it's a really nice concept. It's like taking a bard to another degree.
Yeah. It's like not just having the typical...
Yeah. It's like...
South.
Yeah, no. That's... No, verbiage. I was telling you about my third... Sorry. Kind of running this one.
Yeah.
But it reminded me. So, we're playing level...
Yeah, for this Saturday.
For that Saturday
For this
one?
Saturday one shot at 3
Sunday.
p.m.
Sunday.
Sunday one shot at 3
p.m.
p.m. Central Standard Time
Um,
on the Cane Pie channel.
you know what I'm playing. I'm playing the Abjuration.
Plug.
Yeah, and I'm playing my Barb.
Um,
I'm playing
Well,
my barb.
at level 4, which is the final subclass that I have spell resistance. Literally have advantage against all spell save, and
Abjuration
I have
gets
resistance to all spell damage.
Oh.
I also have a cantrip called Blade Ward. Its verbiage is: you extend your hand and trace a sigil of warding in the air. Till the end of your next turn, you have resistance against bludgeoning, slashing damage dealt by weapon attacks. Doesn't say magical.
Yep,
Doesn't say
no.
non-magical. It's just
That's why Blade Ward is actually good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are like,
Well,
"Oh, it's
okay,
awful."
The
It's
issue
just-
with it is the fact that you have to waste your action
yeah,
to basically hope that you don't
it's
get
like
killed.
patient defense.
that's
Basically,
bonus action stuff.
I know it's
yeah,
just
but you can
bonus,
still
that's
do
stuff.
stuff. With this one, you pretty much are dedicating yourself
You
to
still
going.
got a bonus action.
Cantrip. No.
Yeah, but at the same time, as a wizard, you shouldn't need Blade Ward. Yes, you shouldn't.
Mhm.
But for what you're doing
Yep. Oh,
exactly,
yeah.
it is a perfect spell for it.
Yeah, and literally, and the best part is the fact that it's like, okay, cool, I'm
And-
doing this.
And it's a good spell because most of the time, if you're fighting intelligent enemies, you're showing yourself to be a caster.
Yeah.
They're going to ignore the front line. They're going to. They're coming for you.
They can't do
And shield will not always protect you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, you can throw a shield up no matter what, but if you see them coming and you don't do Blade Ward,
Yeah.
that's on you. Blade
And I'm
Ward
planning
is
on
such.
picking up you're gonna be a close.
Oh yeah, my entire point.
Yeah. So if I get, I'm planning on taking intercept.
Yeah, it literally, we are going to be standing each other, and just like, oh, you're getting attacked. Have my ward. Oh, you're getting
And if I'm
attacked.
angry-
Interception.
I take half damage on.
Everything
Yep.
except for magic.
And
unless you
the
have
good
third
thing
one.
with Kolk the Healer,
Mhm.
is
I'm going with
You're
storm.
Cork the Healer.
Cork
the
the Healer.
Gotcha. Okay. that
Kolk
was
the
where-
Healer.
Cork the Healer.
Yeah.
I'm clean.
The good thing
I
about
haven't given her a name yet.
the good thing about him is
I just
he
know she's
doesn't
an
use
island
his
genasi.
spells
Uh-huh.
or any concentration stuff, so he can still rage
Yep.
to not take damage
Yep.
and still heal everybody else
Yep. Dude,
using action
just
and bonus
imagine-
action stuff.
By the way, sir, I want to also show you another
He
spell.
can shove
that
2 potions down someone's throat.
Nice.
If
we
he doesn't
happen-
need to dash.
if we happen to get into this cast this.
Oh God, what does that do? I haven't actually looked into it in this edition.
Oh, the
Magic circle.
yeah, you mentioned that.
Basically, it can either makes a 10-foot radius, 20-foot cylinder, 20-foot high cylinder
Oh,
that basically causes a protection against certain creature types. The thing is, you can reverse it and have the thing trapped inside. They can't willingly move into the space.
Gross.
Yeah.
Anyways, we might want to get back on the game.
Probably.
But therapy, Monica.
Therapy with Monica, but we're talking about D&D now.
Okay,
Yeah.
but D&D is also therapy.
Yeah, D&D is very much therapy, but it is not a substitute for therapy. Please get some
Please
help.
get some help. Your DM is not your therapist.
As much as they want to help you, they can't.
They can't get everything.
But they can find things in you that you didn't know were there.
There are a number of
that's the reason
therapists
why
that
I'm
have
trouble.
picked up D&D though.
Oh yeah, because it's a great way to break someone's walls down.
Yeah.
If
Like-
you are
like-
not playing your character,
Yeah.
and then slowly introduce sensitive topics. Like
Mhm.
obviously you don't just run into them, and you make sure that
Yeah,
you
no.
have consent
Yes.
about this.
Like when I ran
Gently.
my darkest thing, I warned all my players, and if
Yep.
any one of them said no, I was gonna tone the dungeon down. Like I would have taken out themes and other things in there. Nobody had a problem with it. One of them killed a child.
But didn't.
Put the knife away, Daniel.
Opening up my
Okay.
I'm opening up this. There's nothing to do
Okay.
with it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he just wanted jerky.
Turkey.
I just turn over and see him with a knife out as I was saying that. I'm like, oh, hang on.
He just wanted food.
No, I'm just hungry, guys. Don't worry. Sure. My keys.
But no,
No, I'll take
And-
it. Yuri.
and like I know that the soft spot for you two is family,
Oh yeah.
which is if I want to get a reaction out of you guys, I will threaten it or take it away entirely. And that's why I took Lorelai's away in the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Because you have to deal with that. You have to think about someone who cannot see them. And on top of that, the big bad is your family.
Not okay.
I know she's not okay.
She's not
I
okay.
know.
Nico, though.
Huh?
I'm very happy with
You're happy with where Nico's story went? And also, that's why I like relatable bad guys. Yes, there's nothing wrong with just, oh, I'm crazy because I'm crazy. Kind of
Okay,
fucking
Servo.
Actually, that voice was for, the guy who convinced Ignum to turn on his party.
being fair. One of the biggest.
Earn an Ixor, I don't know what to do.
Being fair, one of the biggest things. And it's one of the hardest things to do. Well, because, you know what's really funny?
Lorelai is struggling.
My family agreed with that. They actually were just like, this movie is dumb. They should have just.
He could have doubled the resources.
Yes. Oh, trust me, I know. And but the arguments that he made were too valid.
Yes, and that's kind of what I'm going with the black bear. He doesn't believe anyone should have to feel that pain. It's the same thought that a lot of atheists have with God.
If he was real, why does he let all this horrible stuff
Exactly, and that's where that sentiment comes in. Is he knows this pain? He is, from his point of view, doing a selfless action, and it doesn't matter
Who gets
what he has to do. In the grand scheme of things, it's what he's looking at. It is the good thing in his mind. And I know that's relatable because anyone who's lost things or feels the pain of loss in that moment wishes they never would be able to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And for him, the love of his life was dying. She just into a coma. Not so much snapped, but made the decision that it needed to stop. And he didn't want anyone else to feel the amount of pain that he did. Now, he's causing minor pain in comparison from
Because
his
it's
views.
small individual.
Yes, small individual minor pain. And some of the time, it's even like good things that happen when he takes it. Like Tuateg Land of the Ancient One. The Ancient One ever woke up, things would fucking go bad.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it didn't wake up. It's because it was gone. It couldn't wake up. It was missing a very integral part of what made it it.
Yeah.
But nobody chooses to see that from your guys' perspective.
Well,
Because it's like, he's doing bad things. Nico understood it.
I'm gonna say.
Nico gets his side. And that's the exact point of why the Black Bear is a good villain in my opinion. I'm a little biased, I made him, but
No, I agree. He's a good thing. Lorelai is struggling as she goes between my father, the black bear, that bastard who used to be. She doesn't know.
yeah. Monica, thanks for being so patient. You're such a sweetheart.
It's fine. I'm just learning more.
Shut up. Emma, shut up. I hate you. But no, that's why I like the Black Bear. He is very relatable, and he has a charisma about him. Which is why just when you all first met him in your individual things, there was this intimidation factor that I wasn't expecting him to have on all. Because, like, he was the father. He was being very kind. He showed his remorse in causing that pain, which is why you even hugged him in the first place. And he was sad that he had to do that to you.
Still gonna smack. Whatever.
Oh,
blood
you can do
object
whatever
he
you
has.
want. You can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of D&D, baby.
What was it?
I am picking up Crusher and I am keeping a blunt weapon.
And that is why Nico saw the amount of power he had,
Yeah.
which
Dude,
is
he had the power.
enticing.
He had the power to get the founder,
Hmm?
and that's a big deal.
Yeah. He had something that they wanted, and then Nico saw his power very much up in her face.
Yeah.
So there's that intimidation factor, and you guys scrambling about the battlefield, which was a very simple battlefield. But you guys kept moving away and being strategically minded to fight this level 20 character. He was level 20 at that point. Oh yeah, you guys thought I was saying the big bad at any less level than level 20?
Oh,
Fuck
no. The point is that you
And
said
their healer
at-
was unconscious.
No,
Yep.
no. I was saying at that point.
At that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you guys are chasing after him, knowing that now you guys can probably kick his ass because you're a group of people who are much stronger than they were at that point. You were level 4 at that point. You were supposed to fight him at level 3, mind you.
I'm just happy that
Fuck all of you.
I was just happy that I picked the order.
See, Daniel as a player knew who it was for.
Yeah.
But he's a good boy. He's a good role player who was just like, I'm just going around having fun. Because it's very Faye to do that.
Yeah.
And he knew his grandmother was Faye. It wasn't time sensitive to her. She just, like she told him, she thought it would be fun.
Yeah.
And being fair, did too. But I've learned to like you guys and don't really want this whole situation.
Yeah.
But I had to describe it in a way that would make sense to literally the Queen of Fae.
This man would take away fun.
It
And
would make
she
things so mundane.
yeah, it would make everything all in one place.
There'd be no variety.
Which is why I gave you even a shot at convincing her.
Because he gave such a good.
And they both rolled nat 20s.
Not a chance unless you roll a net 20. God fucking damn it!
Well, now you have to be better. Well, 34, that's a pretty shit roll.
I rolled a 27 or some shit.
24. It's like, oh my god.
The dice were on your side that day, and that's also another beauty of D&D. The story changes so radically because
Literally
of dice.
so, you know how there's plates hung up in the family kitchen?
No, I haven't paid attention to the plates.
They're plates we've painted.
Okay.
I made a dice one that said, it's in Poking Elvish. But, on the back it has the translation, and, like, the hearts of men and the desires of dragon are decided by the roll of the, or
By the fate of the dice.
by the fate of the dice or the heart of the dice. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, the desires of dragons and the will of men are decided in the heart of the dice.
Doki Doki, why do you make us do fuck this shit? Fuck you.
Well, you see, the thing is that it makes people
I'm glad
think.
you guys
Huh?
are.
Yeah, true.
She activated our thoughts
Yeah.
because she put in such a radical question.
Oh yeah. And it's the thing.
Uh-huh.
But no, yeah. D&D is magic.
Yeah,
Like
literally.
anyone who has had a good group or great DM knows it's magic. We're approaching. We're all proficient enough in it so we can just pretty much like go with the flow and ignore the rules. And we're reaching that magic stage, and we have those magic moments.
Yeah.
Like for me, the big bad fight, the black bear, the initial one, even though you were sitting out, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
I
You couldn't roll for shit, and I was just having a message with you on the side.
I know.
And like father, like daughter, can't hit for shit.
Yeah. But
Sorry, I get flat non-flashbacks of that level 9 magic missile coming out.
9th level spell slot, just fucking die.
No.
He could have power word killed. He didn't though.
You know what the best part is about the bear? Is that I almost think that would be the one.
She had the gumption. Now, I wasn't so much of a dick to be like, hey, Nico, grabbed the time shard as you left. Because Nico could have.
Oh, yeah.
But at that point, they're her friends.
Yeah.
And at this point, they're still her friends.
Yeah.
She's not going to do anything to fuck him over. But if they stand in her way,
Yeah.
which is what I'm foreshadowing of it.
We're gonna team up. We're gonna team up with the bear.
If you guys team up with the bear, this is going to change to a radically different story.
Let's put it this way. I know for a fact that nobody's going to.
Because people want to be the hero.
Mm-hmm.
That's the general crux of D&D. Even when you're playing a villain, you still want to be the star of your story.
Think of mine.
Yeah. But like,
I finally showed him that movie.
I've never watched it.
The whole point being
It's
is
fun.
that no matter how bad you are,
Yeah. I feel there is no truly evil people in this world. Mainly because everyone was a child once. Now, they could do some very deplorable things and make themselves irredeemable. And I'm not trying to alleviate any sin in anyone by saying
no,
this.
that's my sin.
But I feel everyone has the capacity to do, is what I'm saying.
That's the choice.
Yeah, it's always a choice. Even someone who doesn't have emotions or the sense of consequence, most of them live normal lives. Like normal, happy people lives.
I got on my evil out when I was.
I hope I did.
I wasn't allowed to.
My parents didn't know that I would take that one dude's shit. Why?
I don't know if you know. Guys, no matter what happened,
It was at my church.
would
It
get-
took us months to find out.
usually that's kept between.
I'm Baptist, not Catholic.
Shut the fuck up, Daniel.
Actually, Catholics are even more so because that's you and the saints and God, because that's how you get to God.
Yeah, but they also have their little private room.
Yeah, confessionals.
Yeah. We don't have that as Baptists. Just get dunked in water.
Yeah, so literally only you and God know this because God already knows.
Yeah.
It's like the joke that this one religious comedian was saying. Little Timmy was pulling a really heavy wagon up a hill, and a priest comes up and he notices that little Timmy is cursing up a storm. And he goes, "Why, little Timmy? Why are you cursing so much? That's a sin. You'll hell for that." The kid looks and he goes, "Well, this wagon is so fucking hard to pull up the thing." And it's like, you really must stop saying that. God can hear you. He's everywhere. He can hear everything that you're saying. And he goes, "So God's standing next to me? Standing next to you? Of course. In my wagon? Everywhere, my son. Tell him to get the fuck out so we can help pull."
Yeah. Yeah. See, I like stuff like that. I don't like restrictions on language. I don't. Because it's been scientifically proven that certain words have different effects on people's brains. Like, cussing releases dopamine.
It's
And
because it's a guilty pleasure. If it was turned out to be.
I know, but
I spent most of my life.
fuck this, fuck that, fuck everything.
But my point standing though is that when you say it, there's that little hint of like, ooh, I'm doing something.
Yeah, no.
That kind of.
for me, I started cussing in middle school, only at school. I didn't start cussing around my family until I was an adult.
Flips
But
that around his parents and stuff.
see, when you guys, when I first came over, I'm like, I'm gonna not swear.
With the addition of
Yeah.
verbiage, as long as it's not just a straight out of like there has to be reason
Yeah.
saying things.
But no, your family was a lot more lax than I thought they would be when I first started coming over, because I let it slip out like a couple times by accident. They never said a damn thing.
No fucks were given.
Yeah.
The thing is like my family has a mentality of yes, they don't personally, but
They know every once in a while, gotta feel like you gotta say fuck.
well, but even outside of that, it falls under the factor of the way that my family will live. If it's making a person uncomfortable, they will be the first people in line to be like, "Look, you gotta stop. You're making people." But if everybody's fine with it, unless, like I said, it's just a blatant just shouting of a swear for no reason, they're pretty okay with it.
See, for me, cursing, very unique purpose in language. It is to enunciate your point. And people are like, well, you don't need them for that. No, you don't. But it makes it such a more impactful sentiment when you do. Because you're using much stronger language because it's so taboo. Like when Natsuki started swearing in this,
Yeah.
we were all like, whoa!
Whoa!
Because she was the innocent one.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm meaning. Like, people could be like, this extravagant dress, or this fucking wonderful dress. To me, fucking wonderful sounds more impactful than extravagant. Even though extravagant is the proper verbiage for that situation.
This dress is fucking amazing. I mean, look at it, it's on fire.
I think one of the and it, like I said, it kind of falls off to the fact of like the only reason why it has this like why shit fuck all has this bite to this hardened just whoa, I listen now because you said bad words situation. It's because it's a bad word. If we normalize it, it just will turn into a word.
Yeah.
And at that point it then loses a lot of its meaning.
I'm not saying normalize it. I'm saying don't care if people like don't try and dictate other people's speaking patterns.
Sure.
Or like if I ever have a kid, I don't care what anyone says around that kid.
Sure.
I want them to figure out what languages they like.
My big thing is that my big thing is that if I won't care if what verbiage is used. As long as the kid understands that certain words,
Time and place for things.
Yeah, time and place for things.
Yeah.
You know, it's the situation of like it's also the factor of like I'm not going to tell my kid, you know,
Maybe
just don't ever
lessen
deal
the
with
cussing when they're in their parrot state. The 2 to 4 when they're.
oh.
For me personally, my standpoint, it's not the end of the world for me if my kid, if I ever have one, says fuck.
Yeah, sure.
It's not the end of the world to me if they spread it around. Not. I will deal with the repercussions of that action.
Yeah.
I will.
Knowing
Like touching back on the PewDiePie thing. I understand there will be repercussions for it.
Mhm.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah. It was a lot of
I just
like with our wedding, it's I hear this for the next Go chill.
Which is why I was being...
Oh,
I
no,
don't-
no, and we thank
like,
you for
Yeah,
that.
you did awesome.
For me, I will follow other people's rules when I'm going to their event.
Yeah.
Now, at my own event, I don't give a fuck what people say or do. As long as they don't ruin the day, it's fine. Which is why the people that would ruin the day are not going to those events.
Yeah.
Like, basically for one of my biggest like is that if you're not joking or just like um, no, when you basically
Expressing a point.
Oh,
well,
it's
focal point.
expressing an
it's like
emotion.
picking a scab is what he's going after.
Well, it's not even that. It's exacerbating would be what would be what I don't like. But it's like people who, it's like for instance, there's a movie. Get exactly what, but it has the word fuck. Like
Oh,
100 and
it's Boondock Saints.
it has the word fuck in it like 180, and the movie itself is 150, meaning that they say fuck less than a minute, like every like 40 seconds. That's a bit over. Like I'm all for the person who goes like, who's just like, something hits them, they go ah fuck, or they really just need to get that fucking emphasis. But the minute that a person will just be like, so I fucking did fucking shit, fuck that, cunt, fuck shit, fuck, damn it, you know, without it being like a joke or something, it just kind of goes like, you're just missing the.
Like that, or like
You're
that
just
scene
being
in
obscene for
Boondock
obscene's
Saints
sake.
when the guy walks in, and I think it's like either a complete mess or it's a murder scene, something like that, and he just says the F word, and the other two guys are just standing there like doing it grammatically correct too, because fuck is like buffalo.
But it's like, there's a point when it's just like, okay, now you're just being obscene. How many words can we shove into the
Yeah, I don't believe in overusing swear words. It's in my everyday vernacular. It is.
It's better shoved in.
Probably because you hang. Yeah.
Or that.
But it's in my
That's why
everyday
I started
vernacular
to
because I see as those big long words that are like, yeah, you'll seem more sophisticated that way. I don't want to be more.
I want genuine.
I want to be genuine. I want to be real.
I
with
don't
people.
want business.
Exactly, and that's it. It is an issue when it's like front of house. Yeah, you're not supposed to swear in front of customers. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I just don't want to lose my.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So when I go up front,
I
I talk like I do my best to talk like a normal person.
One of the big things that if I'm ever in customer
Fuck your
service,
cats.
if I'm ever in service again, the big things I do, say sorry.
Yeah, no.
I always say we apologize.
Yeah.
And my family actually was like, you should say that. It's very unpersonable. And it's like, I don't want to be personable to the person who's pissing me off.
Yeah, no. With customer service, like,
And besides, it's the business, not me.
oh yeah.
Who's sorry. I did nothing.
I mean, I still have the customer service bit in me of being, thank you for your patience, instead of we're sorry about this.
Well, I'm sorry and I apologize.
Karens.
Oh, even then, it's even better then, because then they just get more angry because you're not reacting to it. Now, when I'm a service worker and I see someone, especially a man, yelling at a woman and getting up in her face, that's when I go over there. That is not customer service me that's going over there. Nah, it's not the work me. I don't give two fucks about my job. If you're gonna hurt a coworker or threaten to hurt one, you're not in this store anymore. You're a civilian threatening another civilian. It is my civil right and duty to do. And the man and woman thing is just me as a person.
Brandon.
My dad ingrained those old values in me. Now, for me, I will be like, yeah, equal rights, equal fights. But there will always be that innate part of me where it's like, if a man is threatening a woman, that man is going to hurt. Luckily, I've never had to do that.
Yeah.
I almost jumped over a counter and beat a fucker once. That's it. Because I very much stand for people should handle it themselves. until they're out of their depth.
Yeah.
And when people are out of their depths, it's very clear to see when they get out of their
Because
depth.
that's as soon as they start to lower themselves, cower, they start to show themselves.
Look around.
They start to look around for help.
Yeah. But no, the manager on duty that night, she was like a fucking 5'2" skinny girl. And she just went back down to this guy. Like, she stood tall, all that. I was waiting for him to either make a move or her to look for help before I did anything, because I'm not going to belittle
Short
someone
girls
that
are
way.
crazy though.
I know. Why I like them.
Yeah.
It's honestly like one of those things where it's just the story that I heard, so it's not primary. There was the band here used to, I don't know if they still do, used to go down to Florida for Disney. And my band teacher told me a story about this little 5-foot security guard. Who was
Female
getting
security guards.
who was basically trying to get these boys who are not a part of our class. Were basically just like, they were throwing shit on the ground, they were just being ignorant, just overall just being and she just goes up to him and is just like, hey, you gotta stop doing these things. You gotta stop doing these things or we will fine you these things. And one of them tried to put their hand on him. That man was immediately put to the ground, unconscious, with his arms around him.
Yes.
Within the frame of about 6 seconds.
Well, yeah, it's because
Oh, yeah, that's deep.
nobody ever expects to be taken down.
Mhm.
They're never gonna fight against it, which is why it's easy to do. Now, if you're in an active hostile situation,
Your body
that's
prepares
different.
yourself.
But if you're just like, no, shoving someone aside, it's very easy. Do not ever shove anyone, because
That opens
natural
you up
reaction
so
alone,
much.
most people will retaliate, and you'll either have a fight or you'll be put to the ground because you're not expecting it. Even as a fighter, you won't expect it. Now, I had a point that I wanted to say, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, you good? Good. Oh, right. Now I remember. It's why I don't stand up for social justice warriors. It's why I don't believe in them. Because I believe the people should fight for their own causes. I would fit in very well with the Revolutionary War. Because everybody was fighting for their own cause back then.
Mhm.
And it's like, yeah, I love that issues are being brought to the forefront. I do. I don't love that it's not by the people that are experiencing these issues and just people who are by cause fighting for these issues because they want to have a cause for something.
And some of the people affected are breaking it.
Yes, and that's great. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But social justice warriors often go too far and don't have
Yeah, and the
the
people who
facts
are
behind
affected are like,
themselves.
that's not.
Now-
Shut up! You're making us.
Now,
look
I'm
bad."
not talking for everyone. I'm talking just the blanket standard, the average.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't know what they're fighting
I was
for.
about, I was like, my only thing is like, the only argument I have for SJ. Believe me, I'm not to the fact of like people to fight their own fights. I do believe people are naturally social animals on a group.
Yeah, it's
But my biggest issue comes from the fact that the people who are no, sorry, I'm gonna do the 4 and then I will.
okay.
Is the fact that the people who SJW, whether it's misguided, whether it, truly what they believe, especially if it's truly what they believe, truly a meeting that is truly needing to be.
Yeah, those
It's-
aren't the people I have an issue with.
I'm not saying that you
Yeah.
do. I'm just saying like that's the argument for SJ.
Yeah,
It's good to have them bring stuff to the forefront because, like you said, it brings it to the, and then it also does this other thing. Media can't latch on to it. People against that situation. Don't have the argument of saying, well, it's just because you are talking. No, this person has nothing to gain from saying these things. Like the fact of like, if a white person comes out and does things like the quality for racism, against transphobia and stuff like that. If a quote unquote normal quote unquote person says that, cis white male, cis white female, blah, literally the furthest denomination from what people consider to be minority situation. They have protection. They have this bubble of being that cis white female that can say these things without the fear of retribution. And so it kind of helps bring information that would normally be reduced to, oh, it's just because such and such, such racist. That doesn't actually matter. In today's racists, it's being shoved in.
Yeah. Well, like, that is the point that I was... You're better at enunciating your point than I am.
I take forever.
You're fine. Those are the people I like. Those are the social justice warriors that I like. Now, the people that just want to bandwagon on
Ugh.
and just... They get the bare minimum of the cause that they're going for and just about anything they can think of about it.
Rick.
I hate that. I want someone who truly believes in what they're doing to bring it forward. Now, yes, if no one in the community can get the point to that point, like I said, stand up for people who are out of their depth. And if a situation like that goes on for too long and they're just out of depth, someone else who's not in it but supports it, who can bring it to the forefront, should. That's the exact point I was trying to say before.
Yeah.
But people that just want to bandwagon so they have a voice to be heard is the most deplorable form of human. Just because you want to be a part of something and you can't find a cause yourself, you're doing more harm than good for that cause.
Especially when
On a lighter note with the bandwagon, the people who hate Nickelback because everybody hates Nickelback.
Yeah, no.
Like seriously, they're fun.
They make good music. Now, Devin has a very understandable reason for why. And it's the same way why I don't like furries personally. I've had bad experiences personally with furries multiple times for the same issues.
not to get into my I might.
Yeah.
Adjusted me because the way that I got my egg.
Now. There's days I wish I was.
Trust me. Unless you are like wanting to,
I know.
it's not.
I know.
being sexual.
But
Because then you get the situation. But has to wait until I'm in the mood.
yeah. Well, see, I similar situation with you, but I took the opposite standpoint. Like my body got itself to the point to where it's like all the time.
That was.
Yeah. But at that point, the breakup was a normal thing. Like it was an amicable breakup. But I'm still left with the repercussions of my body being like, oh, every single day. Which isn't for being physically single for almost 7 years, 8 years. Issue. we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
It's fair.
So I'm dealing. There are things of didn't get that when my hormones would have been their highest.
Yeah.
So pluses and minuses.
This conversation has gone a lot of different ways, starting
has.
from God.
Yeah.
Hey, everything starts with God.
Everything starts with God. I'm gonna move on with Monica now.
It sounds good.
Thank you, Monica.
I would greatly
Everyone
appreciate
thank
it.
everyone thank Therapy Monica.
Thank you, Therapy Monica.
Anytime. But the irony, I do have a creator apparently.
Just bouncing back to the point that started this all.
Yeah, you know what this basically means?
And you know what?
We could have a very nice cut if we needed it.
I bet he's still laughing at the miserable fates of
Fuck you.
Sayori and Yuri as we speak.
Well, it probably would have been enough.
If we focused on.
Sayori was the first out?
Yeah.
Makes me.
It's because she was
Now-
a childhood friend.
There is a mod that after you play through all the storylines, you go back, save every single one, including Monica. It's a really well done mod. Really nice.
Was it accepted by...
But you can still do it since it's a computer.
I know.
But we are to him props. But what are we to him but props in a scripted play? So from that perspective, I don't think it's too far-fetched for there to be a god if Earth was at his place at.
That's probably one of our thoughts about it.
Yeah. Thanks, Monica, for that. I need to do this now.
That's how you get out of this.
Oh, she just continues talking to you?
Yep.
Oh, hold on. Does she have one more thing? Just see if she has one more thing.
Just have one more thing. Once she decides to talk to us again. It's her choice to do it or not.
I actually just...
It is.
By the way, there's something that's
I
bothering
wonder
me.
how many of these...
You know that this takes place in Japan. Well, I assume you knew that, right? Or at least decided it does.
Mostly the...
Oh yeah.
I don't think you were actually told at any point where this takes place.
Nope.
Even really Japan?
Well, because it's sailor
mean-
outfits.
Aren't
Well,
the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for Japan?
No. We stand for Japanese.
Not to mention everything is in English.
That's just because of localizing.
It feels like everything is just here because it needs to be, and the actual setting is an afterthought.
It's usually the case.
It's kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are hazy.
Well, you did kind of destroy.
I feel like I'm at home, but I have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead of your usual yard, you're in some completely unknown place. That's just being a military kid.
Right?
Would you still feel like you were home?
That really kind of drives in the point of, like...
Yeah. Want to go outside? I mean, I guess we never leave this room, so it doesn't really matter. If we never leave
We
this
do
room.
leave this room.
But the point is that...
For the rest of
she doesn't leave the room that is...
Yeah.
As long as we're alone and safe together, this really is our home.
How many people do you think got a nuke?
We can still
I
watch
don't know.
the pretty sunsets night after night.
Okay. That was the last thing. Ever.
The worst part is that I also have, like, a rough understanding. Oh, do you actually have to, like, go to...
Browse local files, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
she told us step by step how to
Well,
do
I
it.
thought that you had to hit... I thought you could just...
She said, I forgot to phone I was working.
Yeah.
Oh. I honestly really am interested in what the discussions are,
Yes.
but I understand.
And after I worked so hard on it,
And we still have 45
I never got a
minutes.
chance to play it for you. Well, it is what it is, right? No sense in having any regrets. I already get to be here with you forever.
Yep. Or
Yes, I should.
Yeah.
it took a second for it to update.
What's happening? Thank you, what's happening to me? It hurts! It hurts so much! Help me, thank you!
Sorry, Monica.
Please hurry and help me! Help me! Did you do this to me, thank you? Did you? Did you delete me?
Sorry.
How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, thank you. I trusted you. And you just want to torture me. Watch me suffer. And only pretending to be, you were only pretending to be kind, just to hurt me even more?
Other three. Can't wait.
I never thought anyone could be as terrible as you are.
Okay. I won't.
You win, okay? You win. Killed everyone.
Whoa, now hang on. You deleted the other three.
Yeah.
I killed a murderer. I did that, not you two. Fuck you guys.
I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. Stop playing. Go find some other completely, truly make me. Goodbye.
Now, how the mod works. Copy all of their other things. Copy all of them.
Restore.
Paste it after she.
Can't help it. What's wrong with me? Horrible I am for you to hate me this much. All my friends, I did so many awful things, so many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world I didn't even belong in.
How long did he just didn't feel like?
A world you wanted to be a part of. Ruined it. Ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted it. Because I destroyed everything you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? Love? That's... I've made up my mind. Thank you. I know I said I deleted everyone. That was give an exaggeration. I couldn't even find it. Do it even though I knew that they weren't real. They were still... And I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm gonna do this. I know it's the only one. It's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then
That makes you do it. Are you guys ready for a new game?
Missing his monitor. Ordinary school day, like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls, something like that. They got shifted to different folks. Well, not to disallow.
Alright, Ken. Want me to?
She's your favorite.
Hi, thank you.
Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day. Recently, we've picked up that habit again.
Thank you. Are you proud of me?
Why?
You know. For waking up on time.
You've been doing that for a while now.
Uh-huh. But you never say anything about it. Even though we walk to school every day.
Yeah. Thought it was implied. Embarrassing to say it out loud.
Fine, please. Good motivation.
Fine. Proud of you.
Love you, Sayori.
Cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with students making daily commute.
By the way, thank you. Have you decided on club to join yet?
Club? I already told you, I'm really not. I started to say what I always do. Not interested. But something tells me Sayori would take more offense. After all, how can I tell her that clubs are a waste of time? And she's starting a club of her very own. Yeah, I think I decided on a club.
Really? Which one? Tell me.
I think I'll keep it a surprise.
Oh.
Look at your face, it's so cute.
I love Sayori
Be
so much.
patient, you'll find out sooner. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a kid. I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. That's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over. I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club after the flyer, or from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school where I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. Timidly open the door in front of me. Hello?
Ah, thank you. What are you doing here?
Well, I just dance around the room.
Huh? So you're the thank you that Sayori's always talking about?
Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit.
Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something.
Ah, sorry, not.
The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the other. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. It's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you.
Working? Thank you. Don't tell me. Sure.
That's right. The club I decided to join was yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up.
No way! No way! Ah!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around.
Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can be officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. Uh-huh. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah! After all, Natsuki decided to.
Hey, don't ruin the surprise!
Sorry.
The oarsmen follow Mud.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Because she was hyper.
They are kind of a younger or a foil to each other.
Yeah.
Everyone sit down at a table, okay?
How about I make some tea?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready?
The teeth are upsetting to me every time they smile
Don't
with their
worry,
teeth.
it does not get any better.
It's because everything
Well, she has
else
a fang.
everything else is
Cartoony.
well, no,
That's
not cartoony, but how it's shaded is very like blockistic, with like the contours of her.
Hair and stuff.
Well, I was more looking at the for the softest shading is like her outfit.
Yeah.
Like right underneath where her breasts are.
Yeah.
It fades out into the normal color.
Yeah.
That's the most realistic thing that there is on the shading. Like everything else, but even there you can see where it's well defined, like where they just put the grading instead.
Appealing.
Yeah, but with the teeth, they like painstakingly shaded realistically while keeping that same just basic line design. Which is why it's really off-putting to me.
Ta-da!
Wow!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray, revealing a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little. The whiskers are drawn on with icing, and little pieces of chocolate make the ear.
So cute!
Wow, those look amazing!
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs the first one, and I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full. Already managed to get icing on it. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle. Natsuki is cool. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Keep waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything.
As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. He carefully places the tea in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom?
Don't worry, teachers give us. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea?
Yes?
Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
Meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
That.
Yuri faintly smiled to herself in relief.
So, thank you. What kinds of things do you.
Oh, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I lean to my... Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but keeps...
Not much of a reader, I guess.
That can change. What am I saying? Look without thinking after seeing Yuri's set. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build a complex fantasy world. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story such in a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read. Okay? I'm certain that we can find something that we have in common.
Hey, Yuri. Well, about, the first thing he said.
Manga?
Right? Natsuki to read manga in the club room.
Don't just say it!
For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it.
Besides, manga is literature too, So if Thank wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything.
Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree? Maybe.
Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in.
Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll get to know each other a little bit as well. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? Don't disagree or anything.
Yeah. You're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh?
Well, that would make two of us. Wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only.
Then, as for you, Yuri...
Huh? I have to read manga?
You were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. Kinda hurtful.
Hurtful?
With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself.
I'm sorry for disrespecting your answer, Natsuki. If you're into it, then show its worthy form of living.
Are you just saying that?
No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well.
Really? I mean, makes me happy that you'd do that, Yuri. You can trust me to find something you really like, okay?
Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting.
Just you?
Would you like to come along with me?
Don't mind.
Not at all. I always go alone, so.
Me too.
This is so cute!
Yuri, shut up.
I'll show you some
have
manga.
their time alone.
I'll show you some manga there too, okay?
Yes. I look forward to it.
Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. Wait, I hadn't finished eating.
You don't get to eat now.
Oh.
I guess the meeting's over, huh?
Yeah, looks like it. Nice to see everyone's getting along.
Isn't it? I think everyone likes you. Thank you.
Think so? Well, everyone seems to get along a little better with you around. Sayori.
Aw, thank you. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing.
Whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club. I think you're pulling it off just fine.
We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, thank you. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy you joined the club and everything. But the truth is, I already knew you were going to. Actually, there's something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm president now. But I really know everything, thank you. I know it's how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things Monica did to make everyone really sad.
I told you they were blue eyes.
But none of that matters anymore. No, they were purple.
Stories?
The eyes that
the
stared
eyes
at
that-
us.
No, they weren't. They were purple.
They were blue.
She's just now realizing what's going on. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the world. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. Or ever.
Forever.
No.
Hey, Monica. What's happening?
Oh,
I won't
Who?
let you hurt him.
It hurts. Ah.
I was wrong. There is no after all. Goodbye, Sayo. Goodbye, thank you. Bye, literature.
Eh.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you, because I worked really, really hard on it. So, yeah.
I wasn't that close.
Wait a bit.
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write up
Microphone.
love me and you.
So, listen to this. Picked up.
The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart.
this is the first.
But in this world of
Nope.
infinite choices, what will it take just to find
Her first poem was Save Me.
What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today?
Oh.
Everything
Well,
that
Monica's.
fun.
Yeah, this is the Natsuki storyline we didn't.
Yep.
No,
When I
it's everything that didn't.
Yuri storyline.
what good are words when
I'm pretty sure you can get
Yeah, you can buy
two
the.
of the storylines in one go,
If
but
you
not
like,
all three.
what will it take
Because
Seems like the chocolate.
you can do Natsuki or Yuri the second time through, but you can only do
Stay with us.
Sayori the first time. Well, you can do the other two.
Yeah.
But all right, the first time through we did see that.
Yeah, we did.
But we
Yuri.
left before
Yep.
does my pen only write bitter words for those who are
Yeah.
helping out Sayori
Oh, yeah.
because she's
It's love her. I love her so much.
Is it love if I take your is it love if I set you free?
did that one.
No, that's not.
No,
That's Sayori.
that's a Sayori thing that
Monica.
you have to go through her full storyline. And we did. We just did a little bit, and then at the very end we did.
How can I write love into reality
We're a brown-haired boy.
Just here.
if I can't hear the sound of
Hey, Monica. Hey, don't sweet.
what do you call love in your
Special thanks to Mom.
reality?
Thank you.
And thank.
If you don't know how to love,
The game thanked us, guys.
Right.
Everything.
I'll
Please
leave
delete.
you be.
Made with Love by Team Salvato. Can't wait for their actual sequel to this.
Libertina.
If that.
My final goodbye to the literature club. I finally understand the literature club is a place where there's happiness. That where no happiness can be found. The very end continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo the same hellish epiphany. The time it lasted, I wanted to thank you for making all my dreams, being a friend to all the club members. Most of all, thank you for being part of my life. Everlasting love, Monica.
Pretty sure it uninstalls.
I was down.
Oh, it's just Steam being like, hey, here's a new update.
Yeah.
Putting
So-
Monica back in. So we can do maybe the Sayori and Natsuki
If
one
we
of the
want.
later times.
Or we can just go.
Yeah, or
I'm
we
happy
can
with
move
the
on.
endings.
There's always this like.
I mean, I've got Steam too. I can play it.
There's always this melancholy state that these types of games put you in.
Yeah.
Like, the part where you want to see everything in the game.
Yeah.
But the
The impact is just
no, not really so much the impact. The empathy you have for the characters makes you not want to do it.
Right.
Like for me right now, it's like
Monica deleted the game.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, Monica deleted the
Yeah.
game.
I don't want to put them through that, which is weird for me to say when
You have a haze. I can. It's trying to catch something. Search bars.
Edited.
Still there.
I unpin Steam. No.
You should be able to unpin. You should still have it pinned. It's able to. Oh. But no. It's
Fucking icon. Why are you freaking out so much? Open. Should be on my taskbar. Pick.
I know, baby.
watch out the bags.
I'm trying.
I'm just letting you know the bags.
I know it's there. I'm trying to move it.
Oh, yeah, I'm actually. That's what it's catching.
Okay. Taskbar.
It's gone. It's just.
Right. So,
Woo!
that was Doki Doki.
That it
Yeah.
was.
Oh,
And Sarah.
motherfucker.
Wait. Look for details. Try clicking for. Popped it up. Back into forefront again. There's always a.
The X button in the top right.
Oh, the pen. What the fuck is going on?
I think it's trying. Like start and restart.
that's the thing that's been covering the was the haze.
What is going on? That's why I can't X out of this. Well, at least it's not haze anymore.
Yeah, no, now it's just advertising for going medieval.
Dean, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Seems like, dude, you've had enough gaming for tonight.
Fucking move Steam.
It might need a restart. Full.
Yeah, okay. We'll just end stream. Okay. Thanks everybody for joining. I wanted to show that I was deleting Doki off my hard drive, but
It didn't
Sorry.
want to.
yeah,
Monica can't let go.
yeah. Monica, I'm sorry we did that, but murdered Sayori and everybody else.
Okay, but being fair, did you not see what Sayori did
was about to do.
when she had the power?
Yeah. Here's the thing. They're all written for the 4 spots.
Yeah.
Vice President, 2 other members.
Yep.
President was the only one with the wherewithal to hold off. Because she was supposed to be non-partial.
Yep.
They already fall in love. Which is where...
The clashing.
Yeah, that was Doki Doki. We finally finished it after 3 years.
Yeah.
Hey.
It only took years.
I'm actually really happy with it. Like, I actually feel like it's a satisfying ending.
I regret going for Yuri, but it was your decision.
I wasn't going to go after Natsuki, and Sayori was, you know, as you said, Sayori's out in the first round, so... It's a horrible situation, but I don't really... her story is not one that I particularly about. And it sounds one of those, it sounds horrible because of the situation that she's in, but it's one of those ones that my brain, I'm playing a game, the last thing I need is this. At least with Yuri's and at least with Yuri, I don't know Natsuki's personally, but at least with Yuri's, at least with Yuri, it was so instantaneous.
After
That,
we're off, I'll tell you.
Like the whole thing with Yuri just getting progressively more crazy, just kind of went more comedic than it was unnerving, but comedically unnerving.
Well, a lot of that was
And
how
sure,
I was.
but I mean, even if I wasn't, even if I was just playing it on my own, probably wouldn't. It wouldn't give me the visceral reaction that Sayori did.
I will say this: Yuri's story. Go for Yuri. But, anyways, I'm gonna end stream now. So,
Alright.
catch you all Friday. This week we're doing English.
Yeah, Rain the Smash
Yeah.
Bros over.
Because Sora's out. I need my new main. Ah!
We've had Smash for a while, and as soon as Sora was well, he actually came over to our house yesterday, and we found out Sora doesn't release until 8 o'clock on release days at night. But there was still Sephiroth and Cloud to play.
Yeah. Which I'm that player. Goddamn Sora's bullshit. but
Sir, have you
it flows into my style of gaming
there
too
was
well.
on TikTok there was of showing
Oh,
that Sora can do.
No.
Literally a
No.
full. If he doesn't complete his 3 attacks with, he can cancel it and restart it.
So, hang on. So, that's a thing in actual Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, he
Where
basically berserk.
He can do his up-down attacks, because like that's one of the attacks to beat Lingering Will, like one of the cheap ones. So just get into a flow of doing a constant. Every hit is a final hit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bring up the retaliation counter.
Yeah.
So he doesn't ever retaliate when you kill him. Without him unlocked. Anyways, we'll catch you Friday with Smash. Sora will be on screen all the time.